Cataclysm's here. Violet trying to find damage. Will get one. Pradit's not able to land that loot, but everyone falling. Now he's found his time to strike. He gets himself one. Shinky low. Pradit even lower.
Violet is here to get damage. Echo will try to stop falling. German traps 3 in the Cataclysm. It's so much. Xavier is in the back line. But look at the triple stun from Syndra.
Target, finds it. All available. Has the collector as well. Bulldog is incredibly low. Finds it. The fourth shot is refused.
Killer Instinct is not going to be used, but now here's the board gun as well. Beautiful forward from Magnus, still gets the reshuffle down. Mudley's already taking out Vulcan Clown's gone too. It's just an absolute obliteration on the side of Team Capybara.
Nice little dodge from Say Lofu. Oh my god, he's somehow managing to make it out. Doom is in there. And somehow they're able to find Daddy. They find the knock-up on Violet. He's pushed away and he's down. Oh my god, we've got a game 2 repeat on our hands. Flash away. Walks back though, and that's going to give more than enough opportunity for Violet to strike. Oh my god! Absolutely culls him. Fully wide, and Violet getting very low. Responsible is going to be able to find his way on it. That's a reset.
Ioshi takes down the Varus and another bubble lands onto the Victor. A third bubble has hit the Victor as it's a full team fight with only the Nautilus surviving. Super Asian Pillar online. Shaver taking as many autos as possible, flashing away, but the Super Asian is going to jump that Herald. Only the fish left. Halo's here to take them out.
Ladies and gentlemen, everyone, welcome to the grand finale of the Oceanic Resurrection Tournament. I am your host, Hallow833, and take a look at the man beside me. I am joined by Pike. Pike, how are you going?
I'm feeling so good, mate. Drove over here. I was pumped. I had my rave music hyped. We heard it just before. That video was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. You don't usually see a Jin beating out a Lee Sin, but I'm excited for today, Hallow.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. But first, as we must, it is time to talk about the amazing sponsor for this tournament, Logitech G, who is supplying each of the main roster members of the winning team a Red Pro X Superlight 2 SE. The Pro X Superlight 2 SE is an iconic 60G pro gaming mouse designed with the world's top players and engineered to win. As well as the prize for the winning team members, Logitech G is also giving a White Pro X TKL Rapid keyboard to the person with the highest pickup score. Thank you, Logitech G. Next, we're going to take a look at the current prize pool that will be decided tonight. The current prize pool sits at a healthy $2,420, and the winners of which will be decided tonight. Now, Pike, you join me in the grand finale. It is going to be Team Capybara versus Rush Hour. They face off in a fearless best of 5 to decide who is crowned the winner of the Oceanic Resurrection Tournament. These are your team members.
And what fantastic teams we've got right here as well. We've got names that we've watched all the way through this tournament, and they are all star-studded. I remember casting one of those games, Violet and Bulldog. This is the bot lane that I praised so highly, and I knew they'd make it to the finals. But they have a contender. You have to worry about Willy Wonka and the Super Asian. They will run this game into the ground while running you down.
I mean, we saw it the other night. You speak of the devil, and Team Capybara seems to be the devil in this tournament. You've got Willy Wonka and the Super Asian, but it's the Super Asian I want to focus on. His Smite Steal is the only thing that allowed Team Capybara back into that last night game and turn it around completely. One single Baron steal to change the game. And now they're in the finale, and this is a finale to watch out for. Bulldog and Violet, that lane is going to be crazy.
Like, Cloud and Michi, they're going to be a little bit scared. If anyone else was there, you know what, maybe not. Gumayushi, he might be shaking in his boots too, but he's changed rosters. These guys haven't. Violet and Bulldog will run this game so well. Violet is still, hands down, in my opinion, one of the greatest 80 carries in Oceanic history.
Wow.
And I went there.
That is a huge claim. That's a ginormous claim.
Huge.
I mean, against the likes of Pradith and now Clown. I mean,
Clown.
listen, a bit unexpected how well Clown has performed. No one thought that he was going to be able to rack up against these amazing ADCs and hold his own, and not just hold his own, but get the advantage over them. And I think we're going to see that tonight. Mucci, I'm hoping to see his Nico. I'm hoping to see Halo perform as well. That Azir, if he can get his hands on that Azir, let's just say that Emperor is going to be controlling a lot of the map.
Look, honestly, if you're playing the Emperor, there's a lot of Sand Soldiers around. They can control the game just as well. So you know what? I still agree. We have to be very careful though, because you got those top lane matchups, Wonka versus Strawberries. We know strawberries and cream always goes down pretty well with the Pav as we're heading into Christmas time, but we've got to be very careful. Wonka has those pocket picks. He can whip out the Jacks.
Yep.
He can play a tank if he really desires, but you never know.
No, and it's we saw it the other night. Willy Wonka, when allowed a moment, just one kill, just one angle, he just takes over.
He will.
Kill after kill after kill, pressure after pressure after pressure, and the enemy top laner just finds themselves faltering and falling down and not knowing what to do with themselves. And so it's a matter of, will he get that lead again in this game?
It's a grand final though. Hello, the pressure's on. If you're going to win those prizes, if you want to be the top dog in the Oceanic Resurrection, you're going to bring your A game.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the stakes we've got dealing with here. This is the top of the top, these top players. Whoever wins this is the winner of all of those practically.
Grand final.
And also, a beautiful, beautiful trophy, which will be sent off to the team captain for whatever they wish to do with it. But I mean, not just the prize pool, not just the mice, a trophy on top.
I'd put that in my glass case.
I would also.
Right up the top, beaming lights down on it.
My God.
Don't need anything else. That's too good for me.
Not at all. But a grand finale, it's a Fearless.
Of course.
What do you think about that?
I love a good Fearless, right? I think that was one of the best introductions to any LoL esports ever. The ability to change up these games. We saw the same champions being picked way too often beforehand. Now you're forced into it. The second you get into those 4th, 5th games, you are just scraping the bottom of the barrel when it comes to champions. So it's like, what's still in meta? What's strong? What's going to have the most impact? But at the same time, there's so many different play styles. You can go for those hard engages. You can play front to back. You can play protect the president.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what these teams are going to pull out though.
Well, that's the thing. In the term of how team fights want to be played, we have seen Team Capybara perform so well understanding team fights. Halo in particular knows when they just don't have a chance of winning. That's when you got to pivot, and Halo has every time figured out when to pivot. I've got a split push now. I've got to go for a steal play now. And it's just served them so well throughout this tournament. And that's how they've gotten to this end here, to this grand finale here.
And that's one of those things, right? That's the difference between like a casual player and a pro player. And I will say these guys are pros. They've made it to this final. They are the top dogs. They are the top tier. It is this sort of level of League of Legends that most people dream of achieving. These guys have played all these hours. They know what to do. Their team communication is always going to be on point. They know what to do, when to do it, and how to get it done. It just comes down to execution.
It really does. And I think something that we've seen throughout this tournament as well is the drafts. And we mentioned Fearless gets to the bottom of the barrel. And I'm slightly, just a touch worried for Capybara because we did see a couple of their members have to rely on those bottom of the barrel picks. But I truly do, I believe in all my heart that they practice so much, they put in so many scrims that they're going to be able to bounce off each other and find a good draft as we get into draft 1.
Draft 1, game 1, Hello. This is where it all starts, and it's there on our screens. It's there for you at home. I hope you're all getting very excited as, what would you like to see?
Oh my God, well, let me tell you right now, do not give Derma Lee Sin. I don't want to see a Lee Sin. He gets that Lee Sin, you're practically admitting defeat. There are bans in place that must be kept. You cannot allow, first of all, you cannot allow Willy Wonka any of his picks, I'll be real. I don't want to even see anywhere close to an Ambessa, but speaking of which, the Super Asian, do not let him on the Wukong, and there's that Ambessa pick right in the flesh.
It makes so much sense, right? Like Ambessa, I would say, is probably like a slightly better Irelia nowadays, so it makes so much sense. Wonka's going to love that champion. Get it out of there. We don't even want to see it. But you mentioned Lee Sin. We might be seeing Lee Sin later on.
Absolutely. I mean, the thing is, yes, you're going to have these key bans, although, I hate to tell you, Mike.
It's gone.
There's the Lee Sin.
We called it.
But the thing is, as this jungle champs get a little bit lower from the Fearless from these later games, there's certainly a chance for Lee Sin to come out, and I really am excited to see that. Willy Wonka's Jax.
It's gone. Like, they're just going to target ban this guy every time. Like, and he's going to want to get some sort of counter pick, but Capybara is on blue side, so no real chance of a top lane counter pick, unfortunately. It means they're going to have to go with something a little bit more comfortable with, but it does enable Strawberries to have a little bit of an edge.
Certainly. I'm surprised, though, they're leaving the Super Asian Wukong ban till last. I think that's going to be an important staple. We've seen him dominate on it.
It's a Jace.
It's a Jace.
Wonka.
Wow. Halo's Jace. Wonka's Jace. I mean, that's risky. That's really risky. We're leaving open on the first game one of, I'd say, Team Capybara's strongest picks. That's a risky maneuver.
But see, here's the thing, right? Yes, you can take it early, but in a Fearless, the whole point is you can wait it out, right? Like you can say, hey, you want to play it? We've got an answer. You have all the champions available right now, bar 6.
Yep.
Why not? Like, you can play something really strong, but then that doesn't favor you in a longer series. It's a best of 5 Halo. You have to be so much smarter, but there's the J4 locked in.
The Super Bruiser, he loves his 80 bruisers, and we are locking one in. That's going to be a J4. I love seeing a J4 first because that Cataclysm defines the rest of the comp.
Well, it depends. What do you want to pair with it, right? Like, are you going to get Wonka onto that beautiful Rumble? That's exactly where my mind's going. Can you get an Orianna on top of that too? Like, you have these first bets. You could just define your top side. Bot lane, you could just sort of like throw a little bit to the weak. That's okay. But it was really boring that. But the Vi, I love this. It's a disruptor.
Yeah. And the thing is, now with the Vi on the other side, both teams kind of hotly want to contest that Orianna pick. We've seen it so much throughout this tournament that it's open, it is pickable. Like, yes, it can be countered, but it's very safely pickable. The Scion, though.
Look, okay, so Scion obviously such a strong champion right now. It's so meta defining. You can just keep going, you come back. The revive is also so nice. Return zombie mode.
Yeah.
But okay, so now we've got the Gwen being picked up. They said, we don't need the Rumble. We'll wait till later on. I love this Gwen. It's just going to mince up this Scion, and it's going to do so much damage in the side lane. If it can get ahead, but still, I trust Wonka on it.
Now, that's the thing. I mean, this is heaven. Getting Willy Wonka on one of these picks, these strong picks to just take over the game, and now he's in a good matchup for him. I'm expecting 3 kills minimum. Azir in the first game. Halo's Azir in the first game.
It's done.
It's done.
Right? Is it done?
It might be done.
Like how seriously is it done?
I'm going to tell you right now, you got Willy Wonka on Gwen, you got Halo on his Azir, and you've also got the Super Asian on an 80 Bruiser. It's Christmas. It really is Christmas. We're going to need Rush Hour to lock in and get a really good comp going.
But like, so what do you play into the Azir though? That's the big question, because it is that very much range. It has the all-in, great team fight, front to back is phenomenal. What's going to really do damage into it, especially knowing it's their main?
There it is.
Ari.
Now, the Ari is an okay pick. It's not exactly a hard counter to Azir, but it can very much neutralize the lane. With that Vi, though, you do have some nice lockdown. We can have some follow-up, land those charms, and we can get a couple kills in the mid lane, because the aim of this game for Rush Hour is going to be delaying their scaling. I mean, just the lock-in of the Gwen and the Azir, once it gets to late game, Capybara is exactly where they want to be. So Rush Hour, I think, is going to be needing a more of an aggressive comp, specifically this bot lane. I'm going to need Violet on something that doesn't need a huge amount of scaling.
Well, you literally said they need to get good and really strong early. Kai'Sa was the first one that I thought of. It can get really strong later on. It has the evolution. They've banned it straight off the bat. I think the answer here is yes, you're now targeting Violet on these AD carry picks. You've already taken away the Inara. You've taken away the Kai'Sa. I'm thinking maybe even like a Siva or something like that too. He's played this before, and it was disgusting to watch. We'll have to see what they're going as they've taken away the Nautilus and the Rel. Both supports taken off, so they're not really worrying too much about Clown.
No.
They're looking more at Muchi.
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, Muchi and Clown have been pretty self-sufficient here, and they are good at surviving on their own, but I could already imagine Derma's game plan in terms of how he wants to play this jungle. As a smaller band comes through, take away from Violet, and it's going to be Violet's Xayah.
Look, this just opens up Xayah Rakan. If you don't take the Rakan, like, you're leaving a very strong bot lane open.
Yeah, you have to take it. It's right now in the hands of Team Capybara. Are you going to take it away? I've got to say, for the first game, there's a lot of picks here that are just going to be out for the rest of these Fearless games, and I'm sad to say, because some of these picks are amazing. We're not going to see them again.
Look, that's just the nature of the game, though, unfortunately. But there's a Tristana being locked in, which I think is actually a really nice answer to this. You do have the ability to jump in, jump back out. If you can bait the Featherstorm out of Violet early in this game, it enables you so much more for this J4, because the second he goes for a Cataclysm, you're just going to run into a Featherstorm. And you know what? It's almost like running into hail. It's not fun. Put your car under cover. You'll be a lot safer. But now there's the Ricard. They've stolen it away.
Taken
It's so
away.
good, but it leaves a lot open still. You can go a bit of an enchanter with Xayah, but I love the hard engage.
Yeah.
But I feel like they've sort of banned themselves out with the Nautilus and Rel gone too.
Yeah, we've got a lot of engage.
What?
Soraka pick?
Actually, that kind of slaps.
The mighty Bulldog.
Like,
the mighty Soraka.
That is what Bulldog's known for playing, though. He loves these hard enchanters. He loves
a little bit of Yumi.
Oh, let's not play Yumi, though. There's no needs for cats. We've already got Ari. That's fine. That's enough cat for me. But I still love the Soraka. That Wish is going to be a game changer. If it's done right, which we know Bulldog can do, he will get this off. You will negate so much of their hard engage, and then you're up to, can we just keep fighting? And I'll be honest, I think Sion is their main frontline. Could probably continue these fights.
Yeah, and we've got like a very nice comp over on Rush Hour. I'm loving Team Capybara's comp, and I really do like the Tristana into Rush Hour's comp. But Rush Hour's comp, adding this Soraka in with this vibe, with this sign, you do have the potential for extended fights, really extended fights. Capybara also has the potential for extended fights, and I think it all resolves around Willy Wonka and Halo. I think the entire comp, yes, you've got Clown and Mucci, but the entire comp revolves around Halo and Willy Wonka. So if we can get them down early, if we can get some early Derma ganks, specifically on Halo, I think that's where the angle of winning comes for Rush Hour.
Look, I think you're right, and I think Rush Hour's already put that into play. They already know what they want to do. That's why you've got the Scion, that's why you've got the Vi. They're saying, okay, maybe we just live topside for a little bit. If you can get the Void Grubs early, especially with the Vi, you do have that prio, get it onto this Scion who's happy to sit in a split push, if I'm being perfectly honest. Negate Wonka, don't let him ever push, just build magic resist. I think it could be okay because we know Violet Bulldog's going to be okay. It's a very safe lane. It is the epitome of a safe lane. So I feel like we're going to be seeing to Super Asian so much bot, and he's not going to get too much. If he fails gank after gank, it's just going to cause mayhem.
Yeah, and as we are ready to get into game, my eyes personally are on Super Asian, whether he's going to go for this full clearing style that he is known for, or if he's going to focus more on his lanes.
What do you think?
Well, listen, I don't want to make any predictions too early.
No, this is where we make predictions.
Oh, well, let me make the prediction right now. I think Team Capybara's comp is really good. It's amazing. It has everything you want out of a mid-game and late-game comp. While I really agree that Rush Hour in this first 50 minutes have the potential to snowball a win, if they can't get a substantial enough lead, they're going to find themselves in this mid-game faltering a bit. And the thing is, if the Super Asian can hit one or two really nice bot dives, which is certainly doable with a Tristana, then you're going to set Violet behind enough that mid-game and late-game, you're just going to take over and it'll be a clean sweep for Capybara.
Can you ever really set Violet behind, though? That's the real question I would put to you. Can you ever put that man behind?
It's tricky, isn't it? We've seen him on this Xayah pick, and my favorite mechanic of all time is that flash on Xayah when you pull back the feathers, flashing into the enemy just to hit an instant root. And it's so beautiful, it's so amazing to see. And I'm just wondering, even if you do get him behind, we get a little bit of early action. Tristana barring, double barriers going out.
I feel like even through the barrier, they still did more damage to Cloud. Like, look at, he's already half health. First wave's just hit.
You never underestimate that Soraka. Look at that Soraka early damage.
It's the bot lane. Also, can we just talk about the champion names real quick? We literally have Capybara mid as your Capybara mid.
Bit of a funny story. I believe there might have been a small ban, a misspeak on, I think it might have been Bulldog there, who's now using a separate account because his account might have been banned. But that's completely fine. This is Oceania League. Everything happens, and we have backup.
And that is why multiple accounts work for us, as Violet being already so aggressive, burning the heal out of Mucci as well is definitely going to be... Oh, Summoners so early at this point in the game really hurts. Yes, Violet used the barrier as well, but Clown is not having a good time.
No, I mean, already that low at 2 minutes into the game, it's not the place that you want to be, especially on a Tristana, because the main power spike of the Tristana is getting that jump and just jumping in, get your engage with that Rakan. But now, Clown is way too low, and so they can sort of coast, at least for this starting early game. Rush Hour can coast. This bot lane can just sort of chill a bit.
Let's see as well, it's a pretty standard clear formation as it's top to bot. That does actually tell me that we want to see J4 maybe looking for a gank down bot side too, as they are so shoved up as well.
Yes.
But we've got a lot more going on in the mid lane too. Nice little farm coming out. Still very even. Ari's just happy to play this one slow.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Ari, you care about these little skirmishes and little scuffles, but until you get to Lost Chapter, you don't have a huge amount of kill, like anything you can really do without Ignite, and we've got both mid laners with TP, of course.
Clown look, got to be so careful as Clown right here. Like, you are walking up, but one little bit could spell disaster too. But they did spot out J4 here too. In the bush, they're sitting around, they're obviously waiting. This is just stalling him. Yeah. They're baiting him out as well. Violet's like, if we just keep him here, he's not going to be topside farming. He's not getting the scuttle. Now he's looking for a gank.
Something.
Just Super Asian wants to be in this one. Level 4, but just so safe. And Muchi now has to be very careful too.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, jungle games are all about tempo, and this is a large amount of tempo just taken away from the Super Asian by just sitting in this bush. Really good sort of confidence from Violet and Bulldog here to know that and to sort of play into that, because we get a double scuttle over to Vi here.
And they just walked through mid lane too. They showed where they were. Like, that's the confidence, right? That literally is just T1, the Dr. Mundo walking through just mid lane, being like, I don't know what my jungle pathing is, but it doesn't matter.
Who cares?
Playing Mundo. But no, we're seeing it on the Vi. Look at the CS lead in the jungle too, 24-32 at 4.5 minutes. Especially at this level, Halo is always... and there's first blood! Easy pickups, not even sweating!
In the first game of the grand finale of the Oceanic Resurrection Tournament, we've just had a solo kill under tower by Violet. That is not a kill, because look at the size of this wave. You're gonna lose that cannon. It is devastating for this Tristana.
Look, it's great for Muchi, though. Got to be picking up that cannon. Love the 66 gold. But when you're 80 carries now this far behind, picking up the cull is saying, I have to just survive.
Yeah, and I mean, look at that CS difference. 36-13. That's absurd. And especially on a pick like Tristana, not what you want. Not what you want at all.
Feast or famine champion, this Tristana. The hard thing with Tristana as well, she naturally pushes. Because she has those bombs, she's always pushing the wave. But we've noticed this entire game, Violet has outpushed the Tristana. Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, this is this top-level ADC. We were talking about it, and you were saying yourself, you think Violet is one of the best ADCs, and it's certainly proving it in this early game. This Xayah pick is so comforting to him and can just take over, as he already has in the first 5 minutes. It's pretty crazy.
Dre's pretty happy just to go and share some love, or should I say some healing too, but first dragon on the board, you can see to Super Asian, just warning it up, it has been spotted out. But 3 members there. Ari's already very happy with this one. It's all about the steal. You said to Super Asian has stolen before, but a first Drake might not be the fight they want to go for.
It's certainly not worth it to take your life for a first Drake, although maybe it will be, but the Super Asian, proficient as he is in steals, is going to choose to give that one away.
That's a great call, honestly. I think going for that steal is stupid because you're just sort of committing suicide for one objective. It's not the end of the world. You want to start setting up for the next one. Void Grub's going to be on the bat.
Yeah, absolutely needed in this game. Both teams are going to want to prio those grubs, so I'm expecting a roam from both bot lanes. If we could commit Violet up there as well.
Whoa, Cloud, are you serious? Stop jumping in there. Oh, trying to get that knock up, but good resets as well. Oh, I like the aggression.
Yeah. I mean, that's the angles that you need. When you're so far behind, just a crazy play like that can get you back in immediately, and that's what they've done. Because we have a little bit of prio in the lane now with that health advantage, and the Super Asian is planning a little bit of a steal here, but Vi is moving topside. Derma does not want to give anything. We've seen this in all the games. Charging up that Vault Breaker.
Well, there's smites available for both sides. Ward goes down, but Violet just got another kill down in the bot side too. Wait, what? They're looking for a fight though, because that's actually a proxy up on the top side. Wonka could be in a bit of a pickle if they stay there, but now sitting on a ward, going to be very careful. Still trying to take that red, but Wonka walks away. Derma gave up the red.
Ooh. Can I say something here? There's actually a little bit of a jungle tech. On your mini-map, you can still see if your buff is alive. I believe Derma thought that his buff had already been stolen, but you can actually check if your buff's in the bush, it will still have the icon on the map. So evidently Derma's not on the ball and wasn't checking that icon to see if it was still there, and he might have been able to spot the Super Asian, the Super Thief in that bush.
I'm going to call it, that's sloppy. I didn't even know that was a thing, but sloppy, they should be better than that.
A little bit of tech, certainly useful for your jungle games, but look at this lane swap here. We're already sending Strawberry's bot lane.
Strawberry's is happy with that one. Yes, you're up against Clown, who has Just not all that much. Getting that slingshot kind of hurts to see. Missed the cannon, I'm pretty sure. That really hurts. Do you know my statistic on cannons?
What is it?
Every cannon you miss, it is 0.5% chance of winning goes down.
That's so true.
It's a big amount too.
Is this? 60 gold. It's different in all the lanes, but I'm pretty sure it goes down to about 60 gold. If missing like 5 of those, that stacks up.
It's a lot of gold. That's a couple kills, if I'm being honest. Maybe a kill.
Take a look.
Void Grubs have already been started too. Jam is very happy to start this one up. The rest of the team, look at this coordination. They sent the bot lane up. Now Mewtwo's like, guys, can we do it? Nah, look where J4 is.
Yep.
The Super Asian's like, just give, guys. It's just done.
Yeah, and I mean, giving these grubs is going to just snowball this lead that they already have. I mean, take a look. It's going to be practically a 2k gold lead, a 1k gold lead. And now with the grubs, with the first Drake, you're doing what you need to do in this early game. They understand. Rush Hour understands they need to rush this early game, and they're certainly doing that. It's the matter of, can Team Capybara hold on?
It's one more kill, one more objective apiece, just for Rush Hour, and honestly, they'll be rushing this game to an end, because that'll be Beats of Warfare.
Yep, they certainly will. This little
Clown, stop it, Clown. There's a nice little Equinox there too, trying to get some damage off, but we're waiting for, we need a game-changing grand entrance from there. But there's the Empress Divide, looking at Complex, and he just said that was a little bit too complex, mate. I'm just going to walk away.
That's a wonderful little pun there. We've seen this throughout this tournament on how Halo plays this Azir, and he doesn't actually look for too
There's the grand entrance. It is on Violet. Does have the Feather Storm available though, so just trying to get those bombs off. That little angry Cloud, clearly not too happy with that play, but looking very low. Got to be very careful. They might look for a reset.
Yeah, very limited damage on this Tristana. In terms of Halo and this sort of pressure he creates, he doesn't really look for solo kills, which I really appreciate. He just looks for pressure, getting the Ahri low so you can scale, because evidently, you know, you do scale better than an Ahri. And if you can get to that 3 item, once that Nash's is online, you can really impact these team fights. And that's probably what Halo is looking for.
That was incredibly well timed.
Wasn't it unlucky?
I literally was just like, you were maybe half a second away from stopping that pack, which would have been crazy.
That would have been a real big disaster. It's super unlucky, as we're just going to get a nice peaceful middle here.
As you see already the rotations too. Hello, we've seen the 80 carries heading back down bot side, looking for that lane swap once again. Now Sign as well. Strawberries just meandering back top.
Look at that bot lane gap.
That's not a gap, mate. That's a canyon.
That is a massive canyon. It's the Grand Canyon, because an Essence Reaver to a Scout Slingshot is an atomic bomb to a coughing baby. It truly is. You do not want to be on the same screen as Violet right now, because he is a menace.
The only one that's laughing is Violet, and it's because he's versing a clown. That's why.
Truly. Look at that pullback half health.
Oh my
on
lord,
Cloud.
that damage is good.
Play. We need a bailout here from the Super Asian. We truly do, to twist and turn this game back in their favor. And he is appearing bot side, but can he get something?
See, this is the difference, right? And we talked about this right at the start. It's all about the scaling for the side of Capybara, is they just want to get to this late game, but the way that Rush Hour is playing, this game is going to be done at 25 minutes. They'll get a Baron, and it could just be a Nexus.
Yeah, and big shout out to Strawberries here, playing this lane very well. Usually the power spike, once Gwen gets that meterworks and access to that level 6, is really good, and could usually look for a solo, but the fact that Strawberries hasn't been soloed yet means that classic Willy Wonka lead is not going to be open to him for at least the start of this game.
Oh, look, and that's not the end of the world.
No.
Willy Wonka has come back from worse.
Absolutely. I'm wondering, in terms of this Ghost, Willy Wonka having Ghost TP here, TPing back to lane, in terms of that, is he going to find himself struggling a little bit in team fights without Flash, especially for these mobile members? I mean, you've got Ahri with the dash.
Actually, we're looking up top side. You talk about Wonka, and he's running at this time, but there was a fight down in the bot side too. A little bit of a split map, as they could be looking for the dive. They want to reset. Empress Divide, good flash out of Strawberries. Now they're looking to proxy this wave and just see if they can go for the re-engage. Cataclysm is still available.
And we've seen this a couple times where some teams overcommit to a dive, look for a dive that they don't want. It's a matter of patience and a matter of calculation how smart you want to take a dive.
As their screen entrance, Featherstorm is even better. Cloud has to flash, has to barrier, goes back in. Feats of Warfare confirmed. As now they're looking to run down Cloud. The double kill for Violet. I'll take a couple tower shots. I have a Soraka, and it's just absolute disaster for Team Capybara, but huge for Rush Hour.
I mean, this is exactly what Rush Hour wants. That team fight was beautiful. Look at this dive here. They leave half health. You have so much sustain. And for some reason, this Tristana pulls back. Look at him.
Why do you go back in?
Why would you go back in? To save that tower, look who you're versing. You've got Violet with an Essence Reaver. You can't contain it. You can't stop it. It's an unstoppable train, and it was heading right for you. And seemingly Crown walked back into it. Confusing for sure.
Look, and first tower is well confirmed down in this bot side too. This is the bot canyon, if ever I've seen it. So now we know Feats of Warfare is confirmed. The upgraded boots are going to look pretty good, but we'll have to see what we can get out of Capybara. I really want to see them make some sort of miracle play where they can get a really nice engage. I feel like they should have gone for the Orianna in this team comp. It would have hit so much better, but I trust the Azir. I trust he can get it done late game, Hallow.
I really do think he can. I think there is reason to put trust in this. Speaking of the lack of Orianna, though, Team Capybara's comp is a little bit disjointed, I would say. They want to do different things.
Yes.
And they also have different points of scale.
Oh, the flash forward from Violet has no F's given, and I was like, Muchi, come back here. You might be my love, but I will send you to the grave.
Hey, Violet has every kill on this team. He is so scary. He is terrifying. Even the Azir can't lane into him. You need to shut him down immediately. You've got some items online, but are you out of time is the question.
How do you shut down Violet? As long as he's got Featherstorm, you can't do anything, and it's about to come back off of cooldown. He just got a kill and a half with half his things down.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's frankly absurd. Barrier's online for him as well. Look at that gold lead.
Almost 3k gold difference.
This is the first game. It's pre-15 minutes. Isn't that crazy? That Violet is this scary. He's going to be well on his way to 2 items. And, I mean, yeah, you have a Soraka to just constantly heal him. You have that Featherstorm. You're not even looking at the other members of the comp because I think it could be a 2v5 at this point with this lead, 150 CS on one of the best ADCs. You have to be quaking in your boots for Team Capybara.
The best part as well is in Violet's position, you can play so aggressive. You can just rush an IE. You got the BF sword ready to go. You can just go full damage and nothing's going to change. And they're still looking for it. Strawberry saying, hey, Capybara mid, we want a little bit more. There's the grand entrance. Not going to get too much. See, that's the problem, right? It's all about those circles. The second you get a grand entrance, you drop down at Equinox, silence them. They can't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, I really love Rush Hour's comp. I think it's so well put together. It's so counterable in terms of how much options, how many tools they have available to stop any of Capybara's plans. And that's what I'm desperately looking for here. What Capybara can do in terms of team fights. And I think the only real angle they have available to them is somehow burn that Featherstorm either through the grand entrance and then just have a really good Shurima shuffle, Halo engage into trapping this Xayah in the Cataclysm. That's pretty much the only angle.
You have to spend everything.
Yeah, yes.
You have to spend everything. That is the only way you can kill it. You need to burn the Wish, burn the Featherstorm. Then you've also got to deal with the rest of the team that's going to come in because Vi has already just rushed to Triforce, has literally bought nothing else but Triforce. Now, there's the flag and drag just to get out. The dragon is up. Third dragon, we know it's a Chemtech soul.
You can't be giving this. You really can't be giving this. Like, to a team like Rush Hour, so aggressive like Rush Hour, if you give this Drake, what was that?
Come on. That's, again, one ultimate down. 4 more to go for the side of Rush Hour. They're pretty happy with that one. Here we go. There's the nice engage. They're looking for a first kill of the one. They get the Cataclysm. They're trying to go all in. But no, there's the cease and desist. Derma wants a little bit more of this fight. The Wish comes out. They can't stop it to Super Asian on the board. First kill of the game.
Okay, that's going to be good for Team Capybara.
You
are trading for a tower, though. Violet, even more gold on him now. Yeah, you got that kill. Good job. And maybe you got Prio on the dragon, but it isn't really what you want by giving that first tower. And Violet's so big, is it even a question that you get this dragon? They could certainly look for this.
You can smite it. You're just going to wait for Violet to do all the damage. The exhaust goes in. Now they're looking, but here comes Strawberries. Redemption goes down, trying to get that good knock up, but it's going to get the damage done. Here comes the rest of the team. There's the Green Entrance. Feather Storm's even better. Gets the ring back, but no, it's not enough. Violence in the middle of this fight. He's taken down. They finally picked it up as he is on the board. Dree on the side is going to get taken out too. Wonka, they trusted the mid-lane game fight and they come in clutch.
Oh my god, they've turned it completely. This game looked terrible, but the fact that they could actually capture Violet there is amazing. You've got bounties all in your direction now, and you have Clown split pushing that whole time. A 4v5 that capture of Derma at the start completely allowed you to not have as much peel for Violet there, and Willy Wonka silently sort of CSing that whole time. Now have that Nashus in that team fight. Well on the way to Rabadons. His damage output was so needed in that fight, and collecting the bounty is just going to allow him to take over because that's a Rabadons.
Absolutely huge, Hallow. This is where the game is going to start flipping. There is now a gold lead for Team Capybara. They were behind this whole time, but the gold was on one member, Violet. Take him out of the game and you can win these fights. Look at this.
Yeah, watch Willy here. I mean, just so much damage. That full needlework landing onto Violet with no peel, no healing. You can't survive that as an ADC. And picking up a couple more kills as well. Halo picking up the shutdown on the Soraka. It's so much gold over to your team. That Dragon as well. Now Rush Hour is actually in trouble because all of that early lead is pretty much thrown. Something that I want to talk about is that Trinity Force from Derma. That wasn't a Sundered Sky, and there's a real potential of him surviving there. You know, when he had that wish, he could have got 2 autos off, 2 Sundered Sky healing, and would have allowed for a collapse from his team. I don't want to call it, but him dying there with that Trinity Force makes me think if that was a Sundered Sky, certainly a different situation might have occurred.
I would absolutely agree with that. Absolutely agree with that. I think itemization is so critical at this point in the game. Like, we're already seeing, like you said, getting that Rabadons is so big now. We're seeing Capybara mid just very comfortable. The Oblivion Orb too. It's going to negate any of that healing. So regardless, even with the Sundered Sky, you're not going to get through that.
Yeah, and something to point out as well, they're itemizing really well. But we have to really, bit of a redemption snipe. Gonna miss. We have to talk about this Gwen. Eventually, we have to talk about Gwen, because I don't think anyone can kill
Wonka is happy with these odds. He's played it before, but not with Violet coming back in. The silence is too big.
Okay, well, if he's a little bit too confident, then they can kill the Gwen.
But the whole team's top, so Artican, it's a free take.
You're fine dying there. I mean, they cannot contest this at all. So this is completely free, and they're completely happy for that. As we get a bit of a technical issue.
Yeah, we stepped up.
Back in.
Our screen stopped for a second here, guys, and we were like, oh, wait. Did they just steal it?
I don't believe so. Did they?
No,
they did not steal it.
Oh, okay, so our screen glitched and all I saw was the vibe with an objective something. I was like, oh my God, no, it's a disaster. But no, it's fine. We're okay.
It is fine, and I mean, it's so fine because now look at the bounties. We've got a bounty on Halo, we've got a bounty on this J4. Team Capybara is so happy, and just something I was talking about before, they're struggling for ways to kill this Gwen. Yes, you've got all the gold on Violet, and yes, Violet's doing a lot of damage, but that Halo mist completely invalidates any of that damage.
Yep.
And Willy Wonka could just shred the front half of your team comp. You're going to struggle. So maybe that's why we've got that Trinity Force on Derma here. We need to duel. We need to get some close range options to deal with this Gwen. But the bigger this Gwen gets, the bigger that problem becomes and the less options you have of dealing with it.
They're looking for something up on this top side. Strawberries trying to just take this top tier 1. Does secure it, but Grand Entrance is going to lock them down. But it's still a Scion. You're going to be very careful as they get the flag and drag. Here comes Capybara mid, and you're going to be very careful. There's the flash out. Oh, Cataclysm is beautiful as he charges away. And I think he's just going to go down for his troubles. And a great pick from Team Capybara, but they lose a mid-tier 2.
Yeah, and that is expensive. All that gold on Violet again. I mean, something I find myself saying a lot in these games is the weight is all on Violet's shoulders. It really is. And in this game, with as much gold as you have on you, you're going to have to perform in each and every one of these team fights. You cannot make any mistakes.
You can make a couple.
You can make 1 or 2. Well, you've got the bailout, of course, of the Soraka wish and stuff. But,
yeah.
I mean...
Anything more than 2, I'm going to say no. You're not allowed to do it. Forbidden. Oh, could be caught. No, able to just dodge out. Nicely picked up, but again, you can see where their minds are at. Dragon up in 30 seconds, getting that early vision for Rush Hour is so big. If they can get onto Soul Point, it's a clock, and it adds that timer.
Yeah, it really will. And in terms of timers, we are going to be waiting a while for Cloud to come online. I mean, those 3 deaths have really set him back. He's only got a Yuntal, working his way towards his second item. But with the lead that Violet has, it's going to be a 4v5 for a decent amount of time.
But no, now Wonka could be caught out as they're going for that, as they do get the charges off. But now there's the redemption coming down. Good healing is nice. Swap's level 15, charging through. Wish is even better. And still Violet in a 3v1 comes out ahead. But now Cataclysm up on Strawberries. They're saying, you take away our top, we'll take yours. But now the charge back off. Oh, tries to cancel, but you're too quick. The Grand Entrance keeps this fight going. They're tower diving. No, just a little bit more. Capybara, man, Halo locking it down. But they lose the Dragon.
Yeah, it's a matter of, is this worth? Was that worth getting that kill on that Scion? And I've got to say no. Brilliant patience from Rush Hour there, getting Willy Wonka, just waiting that Halo missed out. And then once he's out, I mean, Violet can just shred him. It's a matter of Capybara chose not to get prio on that drag there and instead go for the Scion. But that unending despair on that Scion allowed him to survive so long. You're giving the Dragon, not really worth.
But in a late game team comp, I feel like giving a couple objectives early is not the end of the world, because you're saying, guys, next Dragon.
Yep.
We've got a Baron up in less than a minute. Ooh, why not start to look at... Oh, Emperor's Divide looks good, but no, the redemption comes down. That is 1 HP. Oh, my Lord. Complex.
He has got to be sweating his brow, because you get out on 1 HP. That's frankly absurd. I know Halo is probably cringing to himself there. Maybe he missed an auto. Maybe he missed one mechanical input. But that might have changed the game, and that's going to be very good for Complex to get out there.
And look, we got to talk about some scores here real quick, because we've been praising Violet so hard this game. Mostly me. We can forgive me for that. But it's like you said, Halo's 5-1-0. With more CS.
Yep.
Who wins late game? Break it down. Azir or Azaya?
Okay, at the end of the day, the Azir does win. The Azir does win. A full combo from Azir, not only a well-buffered combo from Azir, can completely defeat the purpose of that Feather Storm. So Azir, and also there's a decent amount of outranging for this Azir. So, I mean, I said it before. Are we going to see Halo's Azir? Maybe yes. And the answer is yes. And now we're getting the consequences of that.
And we'll have to see how it's going to look out, as now it's just securing vision. They're all trying to come in. The Baron was the play, was the call. These are the late game monsters. There's the Khajiit, good knock-up, but no, you're all alone, Michi. Going to be very careful. Redemption comes down. You're going to get caught out anyway. You've gone too big. Wonka picks up German. The flag and trigger the back line is looking Drake. Trying to take it out. The double kill going for Wonka. It's too much. The late game is here. Strawberries, you are going home in a body bag, because they've just given so much over. Team Capybara is looking at the Baron.
I mean, I hate to call it now, but that can't be the team fight you lose, because if you lose that team fight, you're basically giving up the game. Willy Wonka's online, Halo's online, and everyone else is here just for the party, because these two members are practically holding the line. I mean, that Dragon team fight, and then this team fight, a little bit of an overcommit from Muchi, you think, but take a look, he gets out completely fine, and yes, he takes a lot of damage, but look who you bring in, the Super Asian Special Delivery, free kill for Willy Wonka, the Crippler going off and healing everyone. Violet gets one shot by Willy Wonka, who's just too big, and now you can't handle him. I don't think you can handle any of the members of this team now, as Capybara has it in their sights to close out this game whenever they want.
It was all about the stall. Clown said, guys, I'll take the L. I can't win this lane. You guys can win yours. And he's given them that love. We've got that focus. The gold is turning ever so drastically. It's a 6k gold lead for Team Capybara, and they're looking fierce.
Yeah, and I mean, as that gold continues to skyrocket off this Baron, it just becomes harder and harder. And the game plan for Rush Hour is lost in the mud, because you don't really have this Vi existing in any team fights. You're not tanky enough, and you don't survive long enough, even with that Soraka Wish, even with that healing, because Halo and Willy Wonka will just shred you down. And sneakily, this whole time, Clown has been picking up a lot of gold and is now back in this game. And a Tristana bomb is enough to take down Derma's Vi here easily.
Oh, and regardless, those soldiers are hurting. Wonka's happy in the side lane, just pushing these towers. The 4-1 strat is exactly what this team wants to do. Wonka can 1v3 at this point, if done with respect. But now they're looking at the tier 3s. They're at their base, and they're wanting even more.
Yeah, and I mean, the downfall of this comp is its D-push. You know, look at that Tristana bomb. But there's no real counter push.
Oh, it's a good rend on, but it's going to be enough as Mucci there. There's the Cataclysm Feather Storm as well. I think the flag and drag off to the back line, but look at Mucci trying to keep them alive. Look at German, the Emperor's divided. It's a split fight. They do pick up one. Wonka is gone. Violet says, I will turn fire, and I will not go down without a fight. Capybara means picking one. They're turning everything. Clown, he's holding the line, but they can chase him down. A triple kill for Violet. Let's try and make it a quadra kill. The flash to the side. It's not enough. Violet is inevitable.
Wow, I mean, the weight was on Violet, and he did amazingly well. That fight went so well. Willy Wonka going way too deep. That split fight does not suit Capybara's comp at all. And yes, you had a really good twist and turn from Clown, you know, putting out enough damage, but we never took Violet out. That has to always be the game plan. Look at how this fight splits. It's such a miscommunication. You're getting this J4 and this Gwen, but they're by themselves. You have no more lockdown for Violet. And the Sion is doing exactly his plan. He's soaking these two other DPSs up and not even going down for his troubles right until the end. And then Violet's just here. I mean, you just like I said it, he's inevitable. He's going to take out each one of your members if you don't shut him down. And the worst thing is, in that Baron fight, all sums were used, and you're going to have a hard time getting Violet for the next 5 minutes.
But it's just so rough to watch. Like, it's so backwards and forwards. It was looking so good. Their gold is slowly starting to catch back up. They've got the Soul online as well. Is it Chemtech, though? I don't know. It's my least favorite drag, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I've got to say it's not the best dragon. It's not the best, and it's also not the best for their comp. It would suit maybe a Cloud Soul. Of course, the highest win rate Soul would be better, but it's not terrible.
It's great for Sion.
It is good for Sion. I mean, you get that sort of double, and considering how low he's been getting, it is going to give so much extra durability, and will allow this Vi to survive a little bit better. And take a look at Vi's items, by the way. That Sundered Sky second, I just think if that was first, this game goes a little bit differently. But yet, it has been so back and forth.
They are hunting Wonka. They want that golden ticket. They want to meet the Oompa Loompas, but they're not going to get there.
I think, and this is a pretty bold prediction to say, but Team Capybara learned a lot from that fight. I'm sure they did, and they have to be communicating with each other. If we split like that again, it's the only way we can lose. We cannot allow a split fight because we win 5v5 so easily with everyone. We can't allow for it. And if they've learned, then they will continue to win, and they will turn this back in their favor. But if they haven't learned, because the stress can get to them. I mean, this is the grand finale. The stress can get to them. And so it's a matter of, have they learned?
Well, the big thing that I'm noticing here is they've still got inhibs up. That, like, the timers are not where they want it to be. We can see Team Capybara want to play these out a little bit better. They want pushing side lanes, but with two, they had those inhibs so close. We saw that top one almost went down. If they got it, it makes it so much easier for them to split up this map because Rush Hour does have the team fight. They really do. Violet is getting these great front to backs. Like you said, we're seeing Strawberries just tank up everything available. We just needed to see a little bit more. We needed to see a little bit from Capybara to push these side lanes out even more. But I'm loving what's going on here. They're waiting. They're looking for it. There is a Baron up in 40 seconds.
Yeah, I think as in terms of Clown, we did see Clown a little bit in that last fight. That Tristana bomb doing really well. And as well as weighted 3 items, and a 3-item Tristana can honestly carry a fight on his own. Now, that flash will be coming online in a couple minutes, and it's all going to be eyes on this Elder Drake.
Well, as you can see, Wonka as well is getting a bit of a free push. They're sort of saying, do we give the Baron or do we try and pressure out the fight? Because if you can let Wonka sit comfortably in this base, that is 3 inhibitors very easily taken. But no, Sion has reset. That's your front line. Where'd that tower go?
I mean, it deleted. Control Alt F4. Hey, by the way, why did we just send Sion? He can't
fight the Gwen.
Stop this Gwen. Not a chance can he stop this Gwen. It's certainly, we're going to need a macro check.
Hold on. He's
Right
just ending this game. He's like, I'll take on Sion. We can take game one. Just let me be here. Here comes a little bit more. Can Complex get it done? But no, they're on it. There's a good Sonius. The TP's come in. They want to end this game. It's Halo. He said, I can do it solo. Guys, don't worry. Complex is here. The shuffle off to the side. It's the back door of the play. Team Capybara take game one.
He ended. They backdoored them in the first game of this best of 5. They just backdoored. Can you physically believe it that this is how we're going to start game one?
And we knew. Everyone was like, nah, Rush Hour's got this series in the bag. Everyone thought it. I was thinking it. You were dreaming it. But we have seen an upset. Team Capybara have the skills. Trust the Azir.
I mean, first of all, yes, that Azir performing so well. And what did I say about Halo knowing when to split push? That TP, Willy Wonka. I mean, here's the baton, my dear friend, and Halo accepted. Coming in with that TP and just ending the game right there. We don't even care about a Baron. We're just going to use Willy Wonka's advantage and finish this out.
Man, it's like, honestly, Rush Hour's playing checkers. Team Capybara, they're playing chess, but it's 4-dimensional. Insane.
I mean, that game was frankly absurd. I am so happy with how that started. I know nobody expected a game like that for the first game. Oh my God.
That's only game one.
That's only
game one.
And I have to point out though, with the Fearless, the Azir is gone.
Get it out of there.
The Azir is completely gone. And we are, the Fearless takes hold, and so these later games, there is a chance that maybe it was a bit of a bait. A little bit of a bait. Let him have that Azir. Let him have first game. We're ready to come back. But we are going to take a small break. You're going to want to stay tuned, though, because we have a bit of an interesting in-game entertainment, between-game entertainment, a bit of a boxing match between two of your favorite champions. But we will be back in about 5 minutes, so definitely stay tuned.
Zoom it out.
And we are back. I mean, after that game, Pike, how are you feeling?
Look, honestly, I'm not going to lie. I don't care about the game anymore. That was the best fight I've ever seen in my life that you guys just got to watch. That was the funniest thing. And I'm right here in the studio and it's just Lee Sin and Jin just battling it out for some sort of title. But okay, we'll get serious. That game shocked the world.
I mean, I was stunned because it looked so good for Rush Hour. It looked so good. That start of the game looked so good. One single fight around the dragon, turning it completely. Capybara ending.
It was Rush Hour's game to win.
It was.
It truly was. From start all the way up till about 15, 16 minutes when they, like you said, that dragon fight really caused the problems. Yeah. But then it really was Team Capybara saying, no, we can control the state of this game. Yeah. We know what we can do. Let's focus on Violet. I think we're going to see something very similar in this game, but now it's how do you ban out Wonka again? There's a lot of champions to go through. He can get it done, but I hear there's a draft ready to go.
Yeah, there is a draft as we get into game 2. Now, that Azir is gone. That Azir is gone. We're not going to have to worry about that. And I'm really hoping that potentially not banning out was the plan for Rush Hour. It was the plan. Let's give him it. Let's just accept maybe a graceful loss in that first game because now we're ready to sweep. But we are going to get very similar bans, I imagine. Once again, let's ban out Bulldog. Let's ensure Violet doesn't get any super safe picks. And on the other side, we'll be seeing that same ban, Zambessa Wukong. There it is, right there. I'm thinking as well, in terms of Halo, we don't have to ban him out anymore. We can let him on pretty much any mid-pick once that Azir is gone. So you do open yourself up to another ban. Now, Derma, in that last game, we didn't see an amazing performance. That Trinity first Vi, not performing to the standards that it should be, to be expected at least. So I'm going to need Derma to come up a bit, own up a bit, sort of steal his resolve and get a really aggressive pick because I just don't think it worked out.
To be honest, I don't know if you can get more aggressive than a Vi who just jumps into the backline. So I feel like maybe
I want his Lee so badly.
Yeah, it's like maybe it's not about getting an aggressive pick, but maybe it's about how do you play around the team better? How do you facilitate a little bit more? If you are maybe not like the star of the show, how can you be like a good star side act? But still, we know Derma's got the skills. They've already made it to the finals. We're here. Now's the time to just go full force. There is no holding back.
I mean, you cannot hold back. You need to bring out all the stops. And I guess that's why you go Azir game 1. You're bringing out all the stops. As we are going to get the first pick here. Willy Wonka so on form with that Gwen, just taking over those team fights. You can't ban him out, so you just have to sort of pray that he picks something that he isn't confident they didn't ban his Wukong. The Super Asian Wukong. Oh my God, I am so happy to see this. I'm just going to call it now. Capybara have this in the bag. I mean,
really?
He is so confident. It is like watching Picasso paint one of his finest pictures, watching this man on that monkey. Good luck to Derma. Good luck to Derma.
Look, you can be a monkey all you like, but when you turn out the lights with an Orianna in tow, I don't care how many cyclones you send, that ball's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I mean, that's the classic combo. We've seen it so much, and once again, this Orianna getting picked. Complex on the Orianna always performs well. So now, maybe my prediction is a little bit less because that
I think you spoke a little bit too soon there, if I'm being honest.
But, I mean, the Super Wukong, I'm going to still hold out hope here. As we get the next pick, I mean, seeing this such a strong combo already, you can react to it. There are a lot of peeling options available to counterpick because it's pretty obvious now what your comp wants to do in terms of Rush Hour. Get the Kai'Sa.
Looking at the Kai'Sa is so good here though because we still haven't seen any support bans. You could probably pick up like the Nautilus here, even a Leona as well, get that really solid engage. Yes, we've got there, but Nico, even better. Yuji, you talked about this. We got two other, they said we'll save it for game 2, guys. Nico Wukong combos.
Yeah, and I mean, Yuchi's Nico is so good. He's so proficient on that pick, finding these angles for these huge pop blossoms. I mean, you get fooled. I get fooled by those Nico clones, by that passive, and I'm sure Rush Hour is going to get fooled once or twice as we lock in the Ornn for strawberries here.
I really like the Ornn here. I think this gives them that front to back that they're sort of looking for, right? Yes, you have a pull of the trigger, but that's also 2 that you can do now. You've got the Paranoia, but you now have the Forge God. You can send that Ram down.
But you get a bit of a risk Fiora is open for Willy Wonka, and he is so proficient on that pick. You have to ban it out. Rush Hour has to ban out Fiora, or you just could practically get Willy Wonka taken away this game so easily.
There's more champions than just Fiora, honestly. Wonka could do anything. You could put out the Irelia if you really wanted to. It's still aggressive, can farm well. But yeah, there's so many, Camille too, is straight to mind. These are all champions that love the side lane. They love to fight. Gwen was one of them. Wonka's just like, guys, 1v9 this game. Let's do it.
And I'm sure we're going to see some of this side lane. I mean, that was practically the winning maneuver for last game. So Rush Hour is going to have to be aware of that side lane as we do. They seem to be, let's ban out Willy Wonka now. Do not give him that rumble.
Don't give him anything at this point. That's the 4th top lane ban. That's fine with me, but what else do you do? Now they're taking away the Janna, so I love that sort of saying, no, you got to go for this fight. We want to cancel out the disengage. They're looking at Bulldog saying, mate, we don't want you to have anything you're comfortable on.
But he's comfortable on so many enchanters. Banning him out, you've just banned out the Lulu, the Janna. There's still so many picks available for him, and there's only 2 more bans left. What are they going to ban? In terms of what we don't want, what Capybara doesn't want,
there it is.
Yeah, we can't give them that Fiora. They know they can't give them that Fiora. But Willy, as you said, Willy has so many more picks. I would love to see a Camille here. I think it works so well, specifically for this comp. We get the Nami ban. But with Camille open, it's perfectly fine to pick, and I think we will get something like that. Some sort of side laning split pusher who could just dominate a slow tank like Ornn.
The really big thing here, right, is yes, we've got some strong champions that we know these guys are very comfortable on. Wonka always comfortable on everything, but it's about champion pools now. They're dwindling ever faster. Game 2, it's a little bit more you got to be careful of. If you start picking your best champions right off the bat, yes, they got a win, but there's still at least 3 more games to go. Maybe even 2, depending on Team Capybara feeling really good. But there's the Yunara.
Violet's Yunara. Can't ban out everything.
No, you can't.
And now we've seen that pick do so well throughout this tournament. It backlines so efficiently and just shreds. And we've seen it specifically into the Wukong. It's actually a really good pick when paired with a Peeling Enchanter. They really need a Peeling Enchanter here from Bulldog, and it seems like Capybara is aware of that. They're banning out as many peelers as they can. There are some options still open to them.
I'm trying to remember who. Who else would you put?
Well, you still have...
I called it though. I literally said get Wonka on his Irelia, and it's GG now.
Yeah, he's going to get a Bork. He's going to shred that Ornn. And this side lane is going to be a flowing river of chocolate for Willy Wonka. It truly is. And a Silas.
I love it.
Magic.
I love this Silas because now you've got multiple ultimates. You can seal 2. It's so big, and it reacts so well. As well with the Pop Blossom, getting so much on. Wow. Silas kind of hit an OP in this game.
Yeah, I mean, these ults are so game-changing on the side of Rush Hour, and there's a Peeling Enchanter. The Karma.
How did I forget Karma? That's such a great pick into this. They want to go in. They want to be on top of you. Karma's like, that's right, thrive, baby. Let's dance.
1 mantra is all it takes, and that's what Violet is going to get throughout this game. In terms of, is that enough peel? Will really be the question. You're having to peel the Wukong, Nimbus Strike Cyclone combo. You're having to peel Halo Silas. We're not even talking about the Blade Dancer top, as well as, I mean, the combo of Muchi Clown. You're getting that Pop Blossom. There's a lot to dodge here. And you have a split comp with Rush Hour. You have the engage of Orianna Nock, and yes, also Call of the Forge God. But I think your comp is built more around peeling Violet. I mean, in terms of that Yunara, it's a front-to-back champion. It's not a go straight in like the Kai'Sa. You don't have that killer instinct. And yes, you can just dash forward. You can be shielded, sped up forward because of the Karma. But we're getting a bit of a disconnect, I feel.
Look, I would slightly disagree. I think Rush Hour have got a really good comp right now because it is all in or nothing. It's nerf or nothing at this point, and they've got guns everywhere ready to blast, and that's the Yunara. As long as there is a front to back and a full engage, like you said, Yunara's just going to blast them. It is Team Capybara to break that up, though. It will most likely always be a 1-4 split again. Does Halo take the teleport and get the back door once more? We'll have to find out. But when you look at this team fight, when you see Rush Hour trying to get on top, trying to do this damage, the amount of peel that you can give yourself with the Nico, getting them disregarded. Killer Instinct 2 can get you out of these big fights. You got Silas, who does have knockups, does have CC, does have slows. It's enough to disregard a lot of what's going on. But then Wukong can back that up too, and then Wonka's going to be like, guys, I've just taken tier 3, we're good.
Well, this is what I want to talk about. Who's stopping Wonka? Genuinely, who is side laning into Wonka? Because if he gets big enough, I'm expecting Bork. He could go Hullbreaker second, and if he gets a Hullbreaker second, you are not stopping him. And you're having to send 2 members, maybe even 3 at times, and then your comp, which relies on all members, is completely broken up.
Oh, like that's a tough one. Who does? That's the question.
Yeah.
Who responds to Wonka?
Yeah.
Strawberries is obviously going to have to be the one that's going to sort of be there, but when it comes to any team fight, you want to be as 5 for Rush Hour. You can't really respond.
Yeah. And the wave clear for Ornn just isn't really there in terms of a Hullbreaker cannon minion. Once that Hullbreaker comes online, yes, you can use the Bellows Breath, but you're not even one rotation isn't going to clean a full wave. And with that buff to Irelia, she can keep her passive stacks autoing the towers. You could just keep smacking away, and you are going to have to sacrifice members of your team to stop the split push. So I think this will also be a macro game for Team Capybara.
Absolutely, it always has to be. It's always a macro game, always out macro your team, but it is a big side of who's going to get that early lead.
Yeah.
Who's going to take us there as we're ready for game. Hello, let's jump in and see where we're going with this series. Game number 2, we're pumped and primed.
Game 2, I mean, after that first game, what can you even expect? I mean, you talk about that early lead. Rush Hour had that early lead and lost it all. Lost it all. So it's not even confirmed. Yes, you can get grubs, you can get 2 Drakes. Doesn't matter if you're versing the macro mastermind of Halo. And on this Sylas pick, I'm expecting greatness.
I think we just need to take a quick deep breath. It's the grand finals. We need to compose ourselves. These games have been pretty rough.
Yeah.
First one already so fierce, so action-packed. I want to look. Clown's obviously clowning around a little bit just there. I want to talk about his performance in that last game too. The Tristana didn't have the effect that we wanted it to, but do you think that was necessary?
Listen, I just think it's a touch messy on how Clown can play this bot late. I mean, I'm not saying that he's outclassed by Violet, but the Violet Bulldog bot lane is so oppressive, is so dominant, that without a bit of jungler help, you're just going to naturally fall behind. I mean, in something as aggressive as a Tristana, losing early just spelt the demise, and there wasn't any jungler interaction. They just lost that natural 2v2. So it was Clown's performance not up to par. It wasn't what I was expecting, and it wasn't what he needed to do for it. It didn't matter. He still soaked enough pressure that the rest of his team could scale up. And I'm wondering if that might be a repeat, because I think Clown would be very happy with that. He was appearing a little bit in those final team fights once that IE was online. And I think if all the same way goes in this game, Clown's not actually too upset. No. As long as he knows his other team members are getting ahead, because they have a lot of tools for this Yunara. There's no cleanse, and there's no, besides a Mikhail's, there's no CC immune. So these Cyclones, these Pop Blossoms can absolutely hit Violet and absolutely take him out of these team fights.
Yeah, good. That's all it needs to be. Get Violet out of the team fight, you're going to win. That's how you win the game.
It really is. And we get this. They love these early sort of skirmishes, but they never go in the way of Clown. Both times in both games now, Clown takes the worst trade, and it seems to almost neutralize on the side of Rush Hour.
He doesn't have the meat. That's why there's no meat available.
There really ain't no meat. And look at this early damage. I mean, I love Sylas so much, and seeing Halo on Sylas is a joy, but he's going to have to sprint away, getting a little bit low here. And if Complex holds that freeze, I have to potentially look for a TP, recall TP back. Seems to be recalls all over.
It's okay. Strawberries left. Got to go fill up the sundae, the ice cream back in it, bit of cream on top. Maybe a cherry, but oof.
Got me salivating here. And I mean, I was already hungry for a good game and fed, and I've been fed very well with a Irelia top. I mean, he's going to absolutely take over. This cull is actually perfect because getting an early kill on Ornn can be slightly difficult for an Irelia, and I think Wonka is completely always.
Okay, like use the Bellows Breath instantly and half health. You're a level down as well on Wonka. It's still half health them.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Ornn has quite a surprisingly oppressive game. And in terms of what Wonka wants to do, I think he wants to hit that 2-item power spike. He wants to get the hull breaker and just take over.
Yep. I'm also loving this little freeze that we've got down in this bot lane too. Violet just having such incredible control over the lane. And this is where you want it. When you've got a Kai'Sa doesn't like being too far up. Yeah. She can run away a little bit, but with a Karma, with a Yanara slow, you can't get away.
No.
So this is so smart. They're just saying, hey, we're just literally biding our time. Yanara, Kai'Sa, they're both mid-late game champions. But in the hands of a master, Violet, this is the play.
Yeah, and I mean, holding this free so up to your tower, you're so vulnerable to a knock gank. Now, knock, the typical champion playstyle for knock is just a perma-farm till 6. But if you can get a kill early, now you never really want to leave that jungle, but if it's there on a silver platter, like if this Kai'Sa is so pushed up, you get that, you just absolutely get so much closer to that level 6 power spike, and you can start taking over the game the moment this Orianna hits 6. Although you don't even need it once you hit 6.
Whoa, Wonka could actually be dead.
This is the Ornn.
He's just gone. Okay. What game are we watching? That Wonka. Actually, no, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. That Wonka dies like that. That's fine. That's not what you want to see.
You can never underestimate Ornn's damage. I mean, I said it. You can't go in. He's gone for that cull because killing an Ornn early is really difficult.
He flashed. No way.
Ooh, but you want to know something that was revealed in that? Wonka died without Strawberries having to use Flash, which is pretty rough, and him getting out there is really big because now Sylas doesn't have Flash, and for that potential of that early to mid-game skirmisher, Sylas is so good in these skirmishes. Not having Flash means that absconded duct is really telegraphed and really obvious.
Well, now they've actually just said, hey, let's just lane swap, guys. Like the Ornn, a little bit of a problem for me. Let's just swap it out. Sylas, we're looking at Halo now going up into this top side, and it looks like Wonka's just gone mid.
Yeah, and I mean, that's completely fine. I've done that. Just a rage leave lane. I got soloed. I'm done, fellas. As look at this freeze still hold.
Nah, they're just cancel it out. It's okay. Look, the gold lead is slightly there. It's only about a wave up for Yanara at this point, but it's all about the XP.
Yeah. And in terms of this Ornn with this Bramble Vest now, useful into Sylas as well.
Yeah.
No one wants to lane into him. Nope. I wouldn't want to lane into him.
I don't like, honestly, tanks are so strong at the moment. I hate versing tanks. That's why they banned out the Malphite at the start of the game. Yep. Good ban.
Yes, I mean, Sion has been one of the most picked champions in this tournament. He is so dominant. He is so strong. And I think this Ornn is going to go the same way. Once these teamfights come online, this Call of the Forge God is going to be so dominant. And I'm just thinking as well, I mean, we look at certain picks here. Oh, a forced flash from Violet. That's going to be an early use of flash, and now you're open to jungle ganks.
That's not too bad.
No?
Well, because you're still Yanara. As soon as you hit level 6, you can dash around anyway.
True, very true. And once again, this is what happened last time when the first kill of the game, Clown gets a little bit low, and he got soloed under that tower. I wonder if we're going to get that again. No, they're going to push out.
I know. Play it slow, play it safe. You're building up a lead here as Violet anyway. You're all okay. There's nothing really too big to worry about. You're just sort of just biding your time. And I love this. This is the slow, calculated gameplay I was hoping for last game. But we're seeing it now, and this one is, again, now Halo. Trying to get a little bit done with that Strawberries, but it's just...
How much mana it takes to get Strawberries that low. I mean, Sylas is just completely out of mana, desperately trying to hold on to any sort of lane advantage he have, and he just has to equalize the Ornn.
Oh, hold on. We got a caster minion that's joined the fight. That's a Nico. Are they level 6 though? No, it says they're level 1 actually, and they're only level 5.
Do you think Complex was aware of that there? Do you think he was on the ball there?
Maybe. Well, the strat is, and I learned this from my wife actually, the strat is if you don't know where Nico is, just hold tab and you can find out where Nico is now. Dree's trying to come back in. Shockwave is good. Paranoia comes in. Violet picked up that kill instead. The Paranoia is still there. It was just used for the darkness.
Lights out, and it certainly lights out for this bot lane here because Violet picking up that kill is going to be really good for Rush Hour. I mean, hitting level 6, I think maybe they were aware of the Nico and wanted that Nico to come in because we could just bait her in for a free kill.
And that always leads to nice Void Grubs too. You're picking up one season, not even more, but now there's the Paranoia stolen too. But now can Halo hold anymore? It's a good flash from Yuchi too. Paranoia jumping back up, they just had no vision.
Yeah, I mean, you need vision to engage with that Paranoia. It's very important. Because of that delayed action over to this Baron pit, they didn't have vision set up around it, but they do manage to get themselves a grub, which stops the feats of strength. If you only get, one grub, if you need all three to get the point towards the boots.
No.
No?
So no, you only need 2.
Is it only 2?
So if you get 2, you technically won the objective.
Oh, that's completely my bad.
You technically won the objective. So yes, we do see Rush Hour securing that 1. So all they need to do is get that drag, but drag's already been secured by Team Capybara, so they both have 1 point each.
Wow.
Yeah.
Learn the more you know. That's a very good fact to know.
Welcome to the League of Draven.
League of Draven. We take a look at
That was really good.
Wasn't that good?
That was awesome. Can you do that again?
Oh, not on command, Pike, not on command. It's like a weird thing. You've got to bring it up out of you. This is how the rest of the game is going to go, by the way. Willy Wonka just under this tower, taking everything he wants. That's how it's going to be.
He can't take me to dinner.
No, as much as you wish, though.
Look, he's asked. But now Forge God Kyle's in, but the stun's going to be good. Let's see if they can get anything more as they do send it up. A lot of damage, though. And there's the Vanguard's edge. One more hit to trade 1 for 1. Wonka is loving it, but that's the feats of warfare confirmed. There's the killer instinct going forward as Vard's holding on with a nice barrier too. They send out Marches, but it's not going to be enough damage. There's the Cyclone locking it down. Clown's on the board. Picking up another kill. He wants a little bit more. Violet is gone to Super Asian. Might die for his troubles. Derma smites him for good measure. And a good trade on this bot side.
Yeah, I mean, we had a bit of double action going on there. A lovely trade in terms of the top laners. Going in the favor of Willy Wonka, though, who picked up those plates. This bot lane fight, very messy. And I think without the components of all the ultimates ready for you, that's how these fights go. I mean, they're a little bit unscripted, they're a little bit messy, they're a little bit wild, but going in the way of Capybara for sure. Take a look at this top lane fight. I mean, so aggressive from Wonka to push past. Strawberries is losing those minions,
yes.
and that is actually a big effect. The trade going down, I mean, that is a wave lost. Not what you want on this Ornn. I love the aggressiveness, this killer instinct, and they do pick up this Karma. Clown does pick up this Karma, and that's going to be good gold in the bank. A really good counter gank from the Super Asian. Aggressive going under that tower, but taking a kill, oh my god.
Wonka, there's a... I was literally about to say Wonka, there's a thing called a chill pill. He's clearly never heard of it because he just full sends it, and now he's big enough to start winning.
Oh my god, I mean, that I spelt it as well. That Bork is probably almost online. With the rest of these plates taken by Wonka, you're going to be stressing on Rush Hour's team because he's got a lead, and you know what he does with these leads. And speaking of leads, he's got a 40 CS lead.
I feel that in my patella, man. That is nuts.
What is the patella?
It's in your knee.
Ah, the knee, the patella, wow. We're learning so much, I mean, about League, about the human body.
Yeah.
And seemingly Willy Wonka's body is built different on these top laners because that Bork is online and Ornn will be crying.
Look, it's always a top laner's dream to make an Ornn cry. But in this game, Ornn is always still inevitable.
Yes. Yeah.
Because the later this game goes, you get those ornaments online, especially on a Yanara, the Kraken's completed. I don't know, I'd be a little bit concerned.
Yeah, it's a bit different from last game because Violet doesn't have that super early lead. The Super Asian going for these early ganks certainly set this lane a little bit more even. We haven't had any deaths from Clown. And this neutralization is exactly what Capybara
There's going to be a dive.
Oh.
Derma is here. Paranoia is online. Clown is at half health. That is almost a jungler's wet dream right there. Is now Clown could be in trouble. One more wave might spell disaster.
It's not a cannon wave though. It's hard to dive on a non-cannon wave. They might do it anyway. Here we go.
If you can force them off. Trying to get a little bit more of that damage off, but still, maybe it's just about causing pressure.
Losing CS, causing pressure, and Clown getting very low. Here
There's the Paranoia going back in. There's no wave even there. They said, that's fine, we can pull that trigger. And they get the double. It's too easy. There's a tower up on the top side. Look at the trade up there as well. Tower goes over, but double kill in the bot is pretty big.
It certainly is. I mean, you do trade. It's both teams wanting either top or bot here. We can watch this dive. Yeah, I was thinking like, oh man, that's a cannon wave. They can't dive without that. But they don't care. They just come out and take the kills because where they get him, one kill does go over to Karma, so it's not perfect, and you do get this kill on Willy Wonka, so I think overall, it sort of goes in Capybara's favor because the tier 2's already half health, Pike.
This is fine. He knows it's fine. He gets the double stun anyway. It's okay.
Oh, good lord. And I promise you, that pickaxe is a hull breaker on the way. With that bounty, with those kills, that tower, it's a lot of gold, and it's a lot of gold that's going to go towards this second item, which will just spell the demise for Rush Hour in this side lane.
You think Rush Hour wanted to play this one maybe a little bit faster, but it was always a slow comp. But into Willy Wonka's Irelia. This is like Joker from The Dark Knight. You're gonna struggle. It's gonna be a nightmare, and you're just gonna hope that you're not gonna lose.
Yeah, I mean that's the game plan, because you are going to eventually have to use this shockwave on Wonka, and then you don't have it for the rest of the team. And Clown's got a equalized in terms of CS. He's got his Kraken as well. You've got the Nico engage, and if you don't have your team's main tools, you're wasting that on the top laner.
Ooh, Clown just getting flashed on Violet, solo balled in a 1v2. Oh boy.
I mean, that is a perfect kill for Violet. That's a lead that he gets now. You're going to have Clown lose CS and this lead establish. Oh, a bit deep.
You've got to be very careful. Pretty sure he took the paranoid, but actually, you know what he did? He spell shielded.
Of course, that option is completely available for the Nocturne. What is he doing?
He's gone back in, but now Complex is here. Paranoid does go down. Here is Complex looking to join this fight, goes back in, but now looking for this inside the mid. Looks like they're trying to turn this one around. This Complex still so low, getting chunked out. Silas getting a good bit of damage on, but Complex as well just gets out. The flash goes forward, but no, there's the charm. It's going to be enough, and Derma picks up the return kill. 1-for-1 trade.
That was interesting from Derma there. I mean, we had the Orianna walking up through River. Oh, no.
Do you mean it was int arresting? As Wonka...
What? That went through?
How did he get over the wall there? I don't think he could flash that wall.
He's going to get the tier 2, Pike. He's going to get the tier 2.
How did he flash that wall, though?
Oh, God. That is so much
I need a replay.
Oda to Wonka.
I have to see it.
Here, take a look.
Look.
Oh, the minion auto. And he just gets that flash.
Oh my God.
That minion aggro did enough. Without that minion aggro, there's no Scorch or anything. He would have survived. But getting that tier 2, I mean, I thought this was going to be maybe like, 20 minutes Wonka will be a threat. It's only 16 minutes.
Oh, it's nice. Double stun is good. Tree as well. Getting a lot of damage off kill. It's goes forward, Clown! He said, jump into my little red car. It was too easy.
We do get that little counter engage from...
As Shockwave is good, they're wanting a little bit more as Derma is just struggling to fight the Hull Breaker in full effect. But no, the shutdown is immaculate for Complex.
But the problem is, I mean, this is what I mentioned now. You don't have Shockwave for these team fights. You don't have it. And that's a key part of your game plan. You have to waste it on Wonka. And they can just... Capybara have full access to this dragon. Halo could probably look for a bit of a kill here.
Halo, he's got the Forge God. He sends it, but he misses it. You can tell he's not a top main.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good dodge from Strawberries, but it is going to be the dragon over to Capybara. In terms of scaling as well, while...
Paranoia going straight on in, a little bit of a bad spot as there's the Hex Tech. The Rocket Belt's going to get it up, but still Violet picks up that kill. They're looking for a little bit more as it's a double for Violet. Fantastic capitalization from Rush Hour.
Yeah, a greedy back or just sitting in mid lane on vision, maybe forgetting about the fact that there could be a Nocturne in your face at any second of this game. Too greedy, and then you felt your own demise there. And these kills on Violet are exactly what Rush Hour needs, because if we can somehow keep this Willy Wonka locked down a little bit, Violet will shred them.
How do you keep Wonka down? He just keeps making chocolate, man.
Yeah, and
it's sweet.
A lot of different sweets, because they were fighting a little bit for that Herald there. Did you see that? Going over, but Wonka doesn't even need it, considering he practically is a Herald in one of these side lanes. And I think we're going to get a continued repeat of how these team fights are going to go. If Wonka just sits side lane before these dragons, Rush Hour is going to be forced to give them all. And that is not what you want for a team such as Violet, where these buffs, specifically these like straight stat buffs, that movement speed and potentially any mountain souls, are going to keep your Yunara alive, because the key to this game is Violet, as it always is, picking up that second item. PD.
I like it. Good bit of damage. Still waiting for that next. We're waiting on that beautiful Ginsu's on Kai'Sa, though. That is sort of like the big spike. I know I'm a big Kai'Sa main. I play it quite a bit, so it's like, I know once you get that Ginsu's, you can feel a little bit more confident. You can dash in, you can get a little bit more, but until then, you don't really have as much agency. Same with Wukong, got that Triforce and the Sundered Sky as well, but we keep coming back to the GOAT himself. It is Wonka. That Hull Breaker's confirmed. 2 recurve bows. That tells me he's going to be a wit's end as well.
And look at the AP in terms of Rush Hour. You have an Ornn, you have an Orianna, and that Yunara does mixed, and the Karma does AP.
Karma.
So once that Wit's End is online, not only are you surviving so much, but it actually does that on-hit damage to towers as well. It's going to be even quicker shredding these.
This is it as well. We're starting to see a little bit more of the formation we wanted to see out of Team Capybara. It is the 1-3-1, or at least the 1-4, but now it's a weird, I don't even know what that is. It's a good stun spell shield, not fast enough, but hey, it's the Forge God. Could be looking at Wonka, could be caught out. Paranoia goes back in, trying to lock him down, gets that shield up, but the Vanguard's Edge is not going to get it done. Strawberries picking up the kill. Nice little jump to Bella's breath, gets cancelled out. Muchi too. Look at that. The jump in with the shockwave. It's huge with the Pop Blossom on top. The killer instinct on the back. Cloud is smurfing on them now. The triple kill is too big. Team Capybara say, Violet, you might have been one of the best, but you're not anymore. Quadra kill.
An insane turn. That was frankly absurd. The engage from the super engage. A beautiful cyclone. I mean, it's paired so well with Halo. Keep your eyes on Halo here. This Orianna shockwave, stolen, may I say, brings every single member in, or like the most important members. Watch here. Engage onto Ornn, but that's not your focus. Bang, bang, bang. The Pop Blossom, and then the Super Asian is in. Followed by Clown. I mean, such a beautiful killer instinct and just so much damage. The items are online, and you're finding your comp of Rush Hour falling. Violet was taken down so effectively, and that's Atakan as well.
Atakan secured. They're 2 dragons deep. They are looking so good. The team that a lot of us doubted,
yes,
led by Wonka, they can do it.
They absolutely can. And, you know, in terms of what Capybara have available to them, they have this switch up. Halo's so good with macro, he knows when to change to a split pushing, but they're winning team fights now. For a comp that shouldn't really be winning team fights, they are winning.
Oh, now you can see Halo as well, trying to stay over, but Forge God being sent out. See if they can get a little bit more as they get the knock up. Paranoia is too much, and now Strawberry able to pick that up. It is Wonka all by themselves. Here comes Violet, here comes Drake. This is 5, but maybe it's not. You've got to be very careful. Forge God again comes in, but the rest of the team is now here to boot. Look at Muchi, looking into him, but they get a little bit more damage. God, Cloud picking up another kill. They are dominating this match. There's the little Cloud, but now can they take out this Forge God? Double kill again. The Shockwave does so much damage, but no, just Super Asian says we continue to fight, but they have to disengage. They're all so low.
An extended team fight there. We saw up near that top bush, Willy Wonka getting a bit of doubt, not knowing whether to auto. We saw him walking forward, we saw him walking back, and I believe that might have been a miscommunication with your team, because are you going in, are you going out? The decision was made to retreat, but that retreat was followed so well. That Karma, something to look out for is the amount of move speed that Karma gives allows so much push potential, so that retreats are barely an option. We don't have any sort of Shirelia's move speed extra, but just the Karma speed is enough, and you are going to lose Dragon for that team fight.
And Ocean Soul is so big in this series as well. Like, you got to look at these teams. Irelia with an Ocean Soul, perma heals. If you do not have anti-heal, you will need it.
Yeah, and I mean, we've got that Bramble Vest, but not many good applicators. It's not really possible for the Karma to build Oblivion Orb, because you're not wanting to be wasting your mana and your abilities on damage. You want to be shielding your carries, and forcing Violet to go something like a Mortal Reminder is not what you want. You can't. You need him to be building what he needs to be building, and any sort of sacrifice on that could sacrifice your own team. Oblivion Orb doesn't apply great without a lead Leandries to keep procking on that Orianna. And once again, Nocturne, you kind of want damage.
Rift Herald's now walking up mid. Wonka wants to leave his charge. The paranoia goes back in. Vanguard's edge means everything as Violet just gets blasted into the pass. Great knockback though. The Rift Herald does good. Killer instantly goes forward solo. Clown, what are you saying as he dodges out the pillar, gets that second charge? Can they get a little bit more as the paranoia back down in from hands on the back line? They're looking for more as Complex take it out. This could be Team Capybara ending the game right here. Right now is 23 minutes deep. They are at the first inhib in the mid lane. Now they're looking at the towers. It is one man standing. Derma holds the line, but you cannot hold it here when they are walking down in your base. They want to end it. They want to go to a game 3. They want to tie this up clean as ever. It could be enough, and it is so big. Team Capybara against all odds close out game 2.
This is unbelievable. Baron isn't spawned. This is game 2 of the grand finale, the Oceanic Resurrection Tournament, and we are out before Baron spawn. You're just running down mid lane. And a big shout out to Willy Wonka Hullbreaker, keeping that cannon minion alive, allowing for enough damage to these towers. I mean, how do you even break down that game? It was a stomp. It was crazy how effective every single member of Capybara was.
I think I could break it down a little bit.
Please.
Wonka smurfing. Clown on a comfortable, their champion on, comfortable on. Like, that's a big one. Yep. And then better team communication.
The super Wukong. Never forget the super Wukong. Some beautiful cyclones, and just overall really good performance. I mean, getting as many Drakes, controlling objectives, and just being that sort of glue in these team fights. And we didn't really look at what that Sylas was doing, what Halo was doing, but once again, that glue in these team fights, allowing for Clown to really take the spotlight. Like, yes, you had Willy Wonka in these side lanes, but it was Clown's damage in these team fights that allowed for the takeover that they did.
That's it. That's it. Again, give a Kaiser a little bit. She will take it so much. So I love to see Clown on something they were so much more comfortable. They were able to extend these games and these fights. And they're right. They came at the right moment. It was always the follow-up. They were like, there's 3 members low. Cool. I'll be on the back line. I can finish it up. You guys have done your work. And they always spent everything on Wonka.
Yes,
they literally full commit on him. 3 ultimates, and Wonka's like, guys, I might be dead, but look how low they are.
Rest of my team's backing me up. And I can't believe I'm saying this so early, but we have to take a short break before we get into game 3. And we've got another little bit of a cooking challenge this time between some of your favorite junglers, actually. So I'm going to ask you to stay tuned, enjoy the break, and we will be right back.
Yeah.
And we are back. I mean, what about that cooking? Would you eat that? Oh, Pike.
So, the next game, right?
Pike! Kazakh's put his heart and soul into that food.
Mostly his heart, and I don't know if I want bug heart on my burger.
Fair enough. Rengar does.
Definitely,
Yeah,
Rengar
yeah.
does, absolutely. But look, honestly, it looked pretty good.
It did.
The food coloring really added some extra flavor and some maybe some love, maybe, I don't know, Hep B.
Yeah.
There was a lot going on.
There certainly was, but delicious all the same. And I want to think about these games. These first two games have been crazy. A 24-minute end?
It was a 23:54, I'm pretty sure.
Very precise.
Let's just not worry that I can remember these numbers. That was insane. Like you said, no Baron spawned. They were on Soul Point,
Yeah.
and they were just like, oh, we won a fight? Let's end mid.
Yeah, and I mean, they did exactly that. They ended mid, and I just think their team comp works so well together. The counter, I was thinking in my head, how can you stop Orianna Knock? And the answer is just have Willy Wonka big enough to tank it all.
Yeah.
I rarely saw that shockwave hit multiple people, and the only time I did was when Halo was stealing it.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It was all on this Sylas who actually took the shockwave and had more impact on a Sylas than the Orianna Nocturne did.
Yeah.
Which you don't really see happen all that often. So it feels like Team Capybara had prepared for this because you don't really see the Sylas into the Orianna. It's a rough match. That's why they swapped lanes.
Yeah.
So I was sort of like, okay, we'll have to see how this works, see how it looks, and they performed spectacularly.
Yeah, and I mean, what we're seeing in both of these games is perseverance. Sometimes it doesn't look good for Capybara. We had that solo by the Ornn in the top lane. Well, Wonka didn't care. He kept going on and dominated that game. But something else I'm finding, specifically in these drafts, we're giving key picks. To Super Asian allowing to be playing that Wukong Halo in that first game, allowing that Azir. It's risky, is it not?
Oh, absolutely. Like we're literally at match point. We're at series point. They're about to win. If Team Capybara get one more good game to them, it's done.
Yeah.
3 games out of a best of 5 is always so rough to watch because you almost want to see them go for 5 games.
Yes.
You want to see it go the distance. So I'd love to see what Team Capybara is going to be able to pull out. I also want to just see how deep the pool is of Rush Hour.
We've only scratched the surface in
That's
reality. And we do have, 20 champs banned now after 2 games? Yeah. And I really do hope to see that 30 or 40 multiple games. So it's up to Rush Hour to see if they can hold on here. Now, Violet's been performing really well in this team fights. But I think you actually, and I hate to say this, you need to focus top a bit. These junglers, we just have to assume Violet is going to do well. But we're really going to need this top lane to come into play here.
The hard thing there, Halo, is how do you focus top more by banning out every single champion he could play and he's still winning? That's the big thing. Like I talked about Violet being like this all-star, right? He is that sort of player. He can sort of navigate these waters in any dimension, but Wonka, he's thinking in 6 other dimensions, and somehow he's making it work. They're banning everything of his. The Jax, they left the Irelia. That's his staple pick. He played it for years, and they're like, we got Ornn. Don't worry about it. It's fine. No,
You have to worry about it. You very much have to worry about it.
So, honestly, you asked the question, how do you counter it? How do you stop this top lane? I don't think you can at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering if that's what Rush Hour is thinking. Like, what are we doing? Because what can you do? And I'm wondering, team captain, he's got to take lead. What strats would you be giving your team right now to be like, how can we go against Team Capybara? What is the strat? A common pick. Nocturne Orianna just didn't work at all. So what are you thinking? What are you saying? What are you gonna draft?
I don't know. What's the answer to beat a top? I don't know. I play mid AD carry. I don't know the answer to that. No, I think really what you're looking at is how do you start flipping the script?
Yeah.
So the big question is, like, we're seeing so much control in the top side, but there's a lot of other control on the bot side. Maybe it's full send bot more. Maybe stay a little bit further. So I don't know. I think maybe they need to overcommit on Violet and give him even more. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, and as we get into the draft for Game 3, we're going to take a small 3-minute break just to get everything sorted. But stay tuned because it's going to be such a good game, potentially a decider.
This could be the decider. This could be the end. But you'll have to wait and see. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
And we are back. I mean, after a little break, we've got the draft ready and willing to go. And I just think I'm so excited to see. I mean, we have these fearless bands now, and we have Pixar dwindling. I think it's time that Rush Hour comes into their own, because let me tell you, the comfort picks, Irelia is gone, Azir is gone. We have a lot of these picks, these classic picks. Wukong's gone as well. So now we've got 3 signature picks taken out of the pool for Capybara. And maybe that was the big brain plan. We can twist it, turn it now, because they're off their comforts.
Look, we're basically watching Rush Hour 3 right now because it is the 3rd game. Rush Hour wants this win to stay in the tournament. Let's check out this draft because I'm hoping we see Lee Sin jumping into this. We've been waiting for it. I had to bring it back to you. We saw Lee Sin just cooking up a storm, but draft is looking prime.
Come on, Derma. I'm just hoping they forget about his Lee Sin. Forget about it. Just don't worry about it at all. It's not going to dominate. You're not going to see some of the best kicks in all of those. Just kidding. You will. Let him have it. Because we still have to ban out Mighty Bulldog. We have to still ban out Violet. And Derma hasn't been really very visible. I mean, that Nocturne did get a couple good ults. We did have a couple good engages with that Vi, but he's been decently silent in these fights. And so there's a chance. Oh.
I was really hoping my Rush Hour 3 joke would really kick in with the Lee Sin there, but I don't know. That has had to ruin my fun. But Team Capybara obviously want that win, so banning out that Lee Sin makes the most sense. But again, we're still seeing very staple bans first phase. It is always Mbessa. It's always Jax.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what else they want to do because right now the champion pool's, like you said, getting low.
Yeah.
Comfort picks are gone. It's now on to team coordination. Can you get the better draft?
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, in terms of comfort pick being gone for Capybara, I still think Rush Hour is very happy with how they are. Banning out that Malphite, a lot of picks available for Rush Hour, and I think Capybara, is a little bit drained, is a little bit running on empty after using their best picks for these first couple games. We're going to see what we lock in first. My eyes are on Willy Wonka's pick.
Well, what would you like to see is while we're waiting for these to come through. What do you want?
I want that Fiora. I mean, listen, I want Rush Hour to take out this game so we can get more games, but I'm greedy for that Fiora. I'm a greedy beast for that Willy Wonka Fiora.
I think the big thing that I've noticed in these drafts is Wonka's always getting sort of like the secondary counter pick early. Yeah. Like, that's the thing. Like, we saw the Ornn picked up, I think it was 2nd. And I was like, why are you picking your top lane now? But okay, bit of aura farming here with the Ashe. Let's see those arrows fly.
I love Clown's Ashe. I love Clown's Ashe so much. He is a sniper. Chris Kyle, bang, 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 landing every single arrow. And we're going to see it this game. I'm going to tell you right now, Derma is going to get hit by one of those 3-second CC arrows, and he's going to sign himself with his pants down. Complex, you got to be worrying as well, although that's the only way that he won't be hit if he hits that Xin Zhao ult. Xin Zhao so dominant throughout this tournament.
Yeah.
And we're going to see it in this game. And Derma is confident on this pick and is an aggressive pick that we've been looking for this Rush Hour to take effect. Yes. And I'm really hoping to see if we follow up with the Smolder pick.
I love the Smolder pick. That is your late game insurance. Doesn't matter how your early game goes, Violet's going to be farming up just fine. 225 stacks, it's done. I can absolutely guarantee, well, maybe I can't guarantee, if we see a Braum paired with the Ashe, it's going to be a very different game. That Fish is going to be so impactful, especially with Xin wanting to jump in. It's going to change so much, but a Trundle, more Freljord. This is great.
Thematic, the super thematic with the super Trundle. I love Trundle top. I think it's a real, Trundle jungle, sorry.
Trundle jungle.
I love the super, he gets the super pillars, the super chomp, the super subjugate. It's a great pick and he's shown so much potential on it. It has so much early game presence as we get the Seraphine lock-in. Seraphine's actually been a decently debated pick in this tournament. We've seen it, Seraphine APC, and we've also seen Seraphine support.
You could pick Mel here.
Oh, really?
If you pick Mel with Complex, you send back an Encore, you send back a Crystal Arrow.
Yeah.
You can change the state of any team fight very quickly with a Mel. That is a lot that I could see. But okay, they pick up the Sona.
Wow,
I see how it is.
The first Sona of this tournament.
Yeah.
And it's in this practical, potential final game. So we haven't really seen how it's been performing. But I'll tell you this much. A Sona Smolder, that's going to be a slow rolling bot lane to start with. Violet and Bulldog do not want to play this early game very much.
I actually don't think Bulldog is going to be in lane all that much. Like, why not? Follow the Xin around, get kills across the map. Smolder wants to farm, wants solo XP. That makes the most sense. Like, let Violet do his thing. He's very comfortable. Even with the Crystal Arrow, as long as you're not hit by those slows, you can just jump back with your E, you can fly away. You'll be so safe. Now we're starting to see some slightly different bans for Rush Hour 2, the Akali.
Yeah, and on the other side, we're getting the Strawberries exact position ban. Now, Strawberries is so confident on this Udyr pick. It's one of his staples, so getting that out of the way is really important. But with how Willy Wonka's been playing, I'm wondering if that's where you want to direct your bans. Instead of maybe taking out that Mel that you mentioned. Well, there it is exactly. There it is exactly. We can't allow that. We absolutely can't allow that.
It's now, what do you pick in this mid lane, right? Like, both mids are very open. It's like, do you want to go for a bit more full engage? Like, I'd actually weirdly love to see like a Diana.
Really?
In this could be kind of nice. Like, I'm thinking, well, but there's the Syndra, really strong, scatter of the weak, gonna define a fight.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to need a bit of a front line, more so than the Trundle here, because the access that Rush Hour has to zoning and frontline shredding abilities is really good. It's really good, and especially adding on to this Syndra complex, a very competent Syndra player, you're going to get Halo's rise.
It's Smurf time.
It is.
The blue Smurf is back in action. We've got two blue Smurfs, in fact. The Trundle's on there too. One throws pillars, one throws magic. Still, I love this. That's their late game insurance now too.
Yeah, and Halo, extreme, one of his best picks. We've seen him such good rift warps, such good sort of vision and control over these team fights. And for a team that does clump up a little bit, it's going to be very effective as we get a finale Willy Wonka Renekton.
I don't mind it. I think Renekton's a bit of a slept-on champion. Was so strong back in the meta a couple patches ago easily, but still, you saw it in every pro game. Yeah. They always picked Renekton because it's got the slice and dice straight on it. Cho'Gath! What?
Wow, okay, the Cho'Gath pick. Now, Strawberries is good at this Cho'Gath pick, but what is the aim of the Cho'Gath for Rush Hour here? Cho'Gath's an extremely flexible champion. You can build him full AP, you can hybrid, but you can also go full tank. I think it is going to be a more tanky angle because you'll combine with the Xin Zhao, but you could never underestimate a Cho'Gath. That feast does a surprisingly large amount of true damage.
You now have two smites on Rush Hour.
You do. You do.
Objectives are going to be a very tanky Cho'Gath. You're going to secure these objectives in the mid to late game. So in the early stages, you could probably give a drag. You can maybe give the Void Grubs over. That's okay. Team Capybara needs to be proactive in getting these. But a Cho'Gath, a Smolder. 20 minutes into this game, 225 stacks on Smolder, Cho'Gath chomping down. That's going to be the pre-game show again, where they're just cooking up a storm. Yeah. He's going to be eating.
Yeah, that Cho'Gath's going to be eating. And we'll see if he can eat as we eat this third game. And I'm hungry.
Ooh, I am ready and rearing to go. Game number 3 here, hello, in the TOR. We're getting pumped and prime. It is match series point for Team Capybara. Can they take home the series 3-0? Or is Rush Hour going to come back and take us to a game 4?
Yeah, I mean, we could be deciding the winner right here, and it has to be on the minds of every member in both of these teams. I really actually love how much scaling Rush Hour has. There's a scaling factor on 4 out of the 5 champions. You've got the Splinters on the Syndra, the stacks on the Smolder. You also have the Sona stacks, the Crescendo, and the Cho'Gath. So the longer this game goes on, the scarier their team is. And we haven't seen this really from Rush Hour yet in terms of these late game focused team fights. So I'm wondering if they've learnt, they've taken their sort of mistakes of the first 2 games going for these early comps and doing a bit of a remix. And I'm hoping it works out well for them, truly.
You know what? I really hope it does.
You want more games?
Of course I do. I'm a shoutcaster. Of course I want more games. If I'm here till midnight, I'm chuffed.
Yeah, honestly. And I think this is the comp for Rush Hour to force these more games. But this bot push prior we're seeing throughout this tournament, it's what they need because look at that trade.
Sorry, that's all. That's the only sound effect you can do with the Smolder who wants to scale up in this game is have your Sona half-health.
Yeah, and it's such a switch up on the first 2 games where usually the trades early go in the favor of Rush Hour with Violet. Now they're on the back foot here, half health on both.
This is a totally different bot lane from game one.
Yeah.
Clown and Muji are just absolute. Honestly, yes, it's still very early. Let's not worry about. Look at this damage. Like, you could flash for that if you really wanted to.
Yeah, and I mean, you could burn the sums because take a look at the sums. Smolder does not have. Ooh, what happened top? I mean, I'll tell you what happened top. You had that Renekton, Willy Wonka Renekton. Be wary. It's Crocodile. You're going to need the Crocodile Hunter, and is that Cho'Gath? Have you eaten crocodile pike ever?
I have, actually.
Me too. It's good.
It's pretty good. Very good
chewy.
white meat.
Very chewy as well.
Very chewy.
Or maybe it just wasn't cooked right. At least the place I had it was. But still, I wonder if this Cho'Gath will be getting any stacks on him. But yeah, going back to these summoners, Smolder's got a TP flash, while Clown is allowed to take the Ghost flash. And that's going to allow him to have a lot more agency in these early team fights, which is where Capybara wants and needs that agency.
Have you ever eaten cricket?
Oh, like fried crickets?
Yeah.
I haven't. Is it very good?
It's not bad. Hey, spider's not as good.
Snails? You ever eat?
I don't like snail.
I didn't mind them. Escargot. The French. A lot of
Oui, oui.
opinions on the French, but their snails are good.
I prefer my bread in baguette form. But now, a little bit of a kerfuffle down on this bot side as Tree has to flash, double flash forward. This could be the kill secured. One more hit should get it done. Nice first blood. Beautiful work from Clown. And he's laughing about that one.
He really is. He's got all the jokes with that flash forward. And getting that early kill, that first blood, is going to be perfect on this Ashe. It's going to be exactly what you need to get into this game and allow for the early state that they want. Like slowing down the scaling, even on this Sona, deals a heavy blow to Rush Hour's team. So we can take a look at the scuttles. Now we are getting that top scuttle for Derma.
It's all about just getting those little micro leads, but it's all looking pretty even across the board, bar this bot side. But Violet already being able to catch up, and now Wonka just cleaning up those side steps. But now he's got a 2v1. He's got a little bit of that damage, but no Dominus yet. Means Derma picks up the kill.
Yeah, and you're trading kill for kill, even, but we are going to need to help out this bot lane a little bit, because once Ashe hits this base, it's going to have a very nice item advantage over this Smolder, and these threatening volleys are going to become even more threatening. And Ryze isn't going to be able to do much for a while. He's gone for the tier. He's going to be scaling for a little bit.
Yeah, we're expecting the same as now. Nice little slows coming out. Muchi is low, but they're really got to force this way. They need to hard shove to be able to get that Karash or get it stopped back. Smolder, Violet's very much in control of this lane. He has the health, has the mana.
Yeah, and something I want to point out, Violet has already used TP, but didn't come back with any items. So practically, yes, you did catch more waves after that little failed sort of fight in the early game, but now you're down TP advantage, and that's not going to be available for a bit, so you're going to have to take a normal base. And Muchi and Clown are pretty fine letting this wave crash, and use their base timing. First Drake.
First Dragon as well. Derma being caught out on that one as they are aware, but you can actually see Cho'Gath as well. Strawberries is starting to walk down, so they're obviously looking for a lane swap. But now, are they thinking about actually contesting? Because Complex is so low, it might not be worth it, but they don't know where Trundle is. It should just be an easy secure for them.
Yeah, and an early Drake, really good for Rush Hour. You're allowing more time for that scaling. That Elder's not going to be online.
Wait, why you want this fight? No, that is not the way to do it. Clown, where are you going, my guy? That is the wrong spot. Strawberries just gets absolutely free kills for nothing. And Derma, they've already confirmed the feats of war. And where was he going?
What was going on there? Why did Clown walk up into the Dragon Pit? What was the thought process behind that? Is that where you want to be walking as a very weak Ashe? Probably not.
No.
Probably not. A little bit of confusion there, but the feats of strength going over to Rush Hour, even more good for their scaling comp. Everything going well so far as we do get Strawberries picking up those 2 kills. That's going to be amazing for this Cho'Gath.
Dominus is available. Wonka might just want to go for this. It's a 2-level difference. Gets the slice and dice stun. Dominus as well, a little bit more. Dashes forward. Can you get the flash out? Easy pickup for Wonka. But Derma is here. And
it goes to the Sona.
Straight took it.
Wow, that's not good. You could see the little bit of kiting from Wonka there and showing how proficient he is in this top lane. He knows not to give it to that Jin Jiao, as that Sona will make a little bit less useful with that gold on her. The lane swap not working.
Oh,
exactly.
okay. Pillar's good. Strawberry is going to get stunned up, but can they hold a little bit more? As Clown, not level 6. If a Crystal Arrow was available, that's a dead Cho'Gath.
Yeah, once that comes online, I mean, I'm going to be keeping track of this minimap, watching these arrows fly, but looks like the Super Asian thought about a dive there for a second. This mid lane, very peaceful, very pacifist sort of lane. We've had Syndra look about roaming. We've had Ryze think about roaming, but nothing too impactful or big yet. We haven't really had a huge team fight besides that dragon. The zoning here, risky.
I think they're just sort of trying to hold this wave back a little bit. They could be looking for another gank, like the Super Asian's here.
And there's no vision on the Super Asian.
Strawberries has to be so careful if he gets caught out, and to be caught out right now as Crystal Arrow is available. If they want to throw it, they can send it, and Strawberries is low. There's no creams available. Send the arrow.
Wow.
There it is.
Bang. Perfect on shot. That's one hit, and I'm going to be keeping track because that number is going to keep going up. That kill shot, they call him the Clown Sniper for a reason.
Why do they call him that though? I know his name's Clown, but is there like a second meaning to that? Is he like feared in like the circus community?
Yeah, I mean, he's, you know, the dagger throwers? They do those dagger throwing? He used to be one of those. He was dressed up in a clown costume, and he was very accurate. In fact, he got kicked out of the circus because one of his daggers was a bit too accurate.
Did he kill someone?
Hotly debated.
Okay. We can breeze past that then, that's fine.
I mean, he might potentially be...
They're obviously here playing League of Legends, so they're not in that much trouble.
No. On the run from the cops, you always have time to play a lovely best of 5 league game. And for the hot prize of winning TOR, I'd do anything. We get that first tower, a lot of pressure from the Violet bot lane.
Those good rotations. This is the thing, right? This is the difference between high and low elo players, especially in its comp, is knowing when to rotate around. These lane swaps are so impactful. Riot tried to stop them. Yes, they stopped them early, but they have not cancelled it out in that mid game. We are at 9 minutes. First Dragon's already down. Void Grubs have been picked up by Rush Hour, so one more objective means they will secure those feats. Let's see if they can get it.
I want to ask Pike, with so much experience, are you a fan of lane swapping?
No. In short, okay, just Super Asian just walked at Syndra. Yeah. Complex was like, that was not a complex play, but I still died to it.
I love Halo just sort of watching. Sort of watching in the hotel chair there. He does not care for the Super Asian. He just lets him go. And he gets that kill. It's going to be really good as now Syndra's flash is burned. And with Ryze going to come online after this base, you're a little bit threatening. You're a little bit threatening for Complex here.
Yeah, Rod of Ages secured. Now it's all about that stacking. That's exactly what we're looking towards. Syndra's still a little bit far behind, only a lost chapter. But Swifty's secured, so being able to dodge things out a little bit is going to be helping a little bit nicely, but still. We got to look at Wonka up on this top side. No item completed just yet, but a CS lead is pretty fierce.
Yeah, and I mean, he's had this over the course of these 2 games. He's had this heavy CS lead, and it served him very well. I will say we are seeing the Wonka effect happen, at least in this game, where he goes a bit deep. He goes a little bit. He commits to the play. He shows so much passion, and finds himself getting collapsed upon a lot. He hasn't really been punished for it all that much. Like, you know, yes, he's taken the death, but what that gold is used for hasn't really come into play for Rush Hour. We'll see if it has an impact this time, though.
Yeah, well, gold's pretty stable right now. It's only about a 1.2k gold lead. Dragon is up and available. There's a mountain, as you can see, the Super Asian has started it up, but Zin is actually heading up to Dermot. Doesn't even want to join this. Crystal Arrow has set flighting. It's heading up to the top side. Will it hit its mark? No! And that is the high 10 saying, sorry, you got to count it.
Yep, that's 1-1. 1 hit, 1 miss.
Stun on Violet, tries to get the doubles on. The flash is even better. Got to avoid it. Dragon secured, but now, can they go a little bit further? As, Clown having a bit of a rough time into the big choke.
Yeah, and using that arrow means he is available to look here. It's the Super Asian. Wants another kill. Will he go under tower again?
Nah.
He's considering it, but he's not.
It's too low. Well, Realm Warp goes up top side, but there's the Crescendo too. Slows even nicer, but Violet needs to be caught. Careful as they flash forward. It's just too much. Wonka locks it down. The rest of the team's here. Scatter the week's even better, but no complexes. I'll say that the Dominus is so strong. What does Derma do? There's nothing. Halo says we can clean this up so hard. How How is Wonka alive?
And once again, Halo on this pick, on his comforting picks, this Rise, the Realm Warp top, and putting out so many roots and damage in that fight. But I mean, the star of the show, the fact that Willy Wonka lives it, he goes down to that tiny amount of health, but the rage-empowered Q healing him up like crazy. I mean, take a look. We had already Realm Warp top, and getting caught out by the tip of that Seraphine slow just allows Wonka to get in there, and dodging the Scatter the Weak with the second dash. That's not how you want to go for Rush Hour, certainly, as a Halo screams ahead with that little team fight.
I genuinely don't know what you can do now with Rise being 1-0-3. It's getting stacks on those tiers. There's 2 stacks on your Rod of Ages. It's just going to get worse and worse. And now Complex in the wrong place at the wrong time. Scatter is going to be good. The root is even better. It's now 2-0-3. I call it as I see it. And Mewtwo just picked up one as well. Oh my lord, it is an absolute disaster for Rush Hour. Usually in the Rush Hour movies, the heroes win.
Is this how it happens in the Rush Hour movies? They're super grateful, by the way, giving that kill to Halo there. And it's going to be exactly what he needs, because once that Seraph comes online, there's not much damage on the side of Rush Hour. There really isn't. And getting through a Roa health, a stacked Roa health, and a Seraph shield, I mean, Xin Zhao can't do it alone. And with that Black Fire, even with the Essence Reaver on the Smolder, it's just not enough damage.
Oh my god, you've just TP'd back to the play. Dominus picked up.
You cannot dive that, because it is just going to set you so further ahead. And you force the TP out of Strawberries. It's just going worse and worse for Capybara.
This is just, you can see the mental boom getting worse and worse. Game 1, it was like, we should have won that. Rush Hour Game 2, they're like, we really should have won that. Game 3, they're like, get me out.
Yeah, I mean, I personally would have given up at this point, because it's such a dominant lead. But it is OS. It is still winnable. We have seen gold leads, you know, 10k gold leads thrown, 7k gold leads thrown, and it can absolutely happen. And with this scaling comp, they are suited for it. One bad team fight, a couple big shutdowns picked up, and Rush Hour can be back in this game. Exactly.
This is exactly what we saw in Game 1, but Team Capybara did it so well. They waited for the late game. They stalled, they stalled, they stalled. They waited, they farmed, they got items, they got on the board, and then they took over. Violet is still one of the best. If anyone can do it, it is him.
Yeah, he can. And I mean, we have to look at these shutdowns. I mean, almost every member of Team Capybara does have these shutdowns. And we're only really looking for certain power spikes. In terms of Violet, we're going to need 2 more items. Besides ignoring the stacking, ignoring the 225, we do need like 2 items. I mean, that I need power spike.
I thought you meant 2 more items.
Oh, no.
I was like, no. 2 items. Get that Shojin. It's going to be good.
But the thing is, still a long way away, and those are the items that you need to win these little team fights.
Well, Shendo, sending mum, but she's just dropped us off at the pool. That wasn't meant to be a poo joke.
I was about to say, damn, that's a crazy reference there, calling them like that. No, but that mum is not doing a huge amount of damage. Essence Reaver.
And now look for it, Cloud can be caught out, good flash, but it's not going to be enough as they're kiting it out so well. Trying to get that double passive is Trey as well. Solo off of the back. Flash has come in. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. You know what? Back to school they go. The shutdown was good, but now the re-engage. Scatter the Weak is there, but can they get enough damage off? Yes, they can. No, Halo's able to walk out. No, he just gets locked down. Re-engage again. Mewtwo has to hold on. Derma flashes forward. One more can do it. The stun.
Oh my god,
so
what?
Good. You're diving.
What are you doing?
Lady survive. Oh my god, Mewtwo actually killed Derma. The failed tower dive was absolutely disgusting.
What are you doing diving that? Mewtwo doesn't even have a shutdown.
The mental
Mewtwo
man
doesn't have a shutdown. Oh no, okay, she does, but is that really worth it? Committing your flash as well? I guess you have to go for desperation plays, but you give Dragon now, and the lead becomes even more dominant. Take a look at this team fight. It takes so long to kill Halo. You think he's already gone after that ult. He survives on, but look at this committal, this perseverance. The brilliant flash from Mewtwo here, dodging there, the 3 triple strike at the end. But Banter just commits.
Oh no. Watching it again just makes me sad. I'm gonna weep.
Oh,
another fight's going down. Cloud is here. The flash goes forward to Super Asian. Wants Violet. They do secure it. That is one for none. And they walk away.
And it's looking really good for Team Capybara, wanting to take out this third game.
Oh.
Maybe this is the turnaround.
Look, that's all you need. Complex on the board officially 1-3-1.
Maybe this is all you need.
This is all you need. The scaling's good.
Certainly a shutdown. Willy Wonka's shutdown. I mean, look at these shutdowns. They have gone over. They've gotten the Rise. They've gotten the Cho'Gath's eaten the Willy Wonka's one. And
Halo's in a bad spot. Realm Warp is available. Let's see if they can actually do anything with it. No, it's actually not available. Oh,
damn.
that's some damage.
Yeah, Rise is really 2 items, and he's already putting out that much damage. Once he hits that Rabadons, he doesn't even need that Rabadons, but he's doing so much. We still need...
Realm Warp. But actually gets cancelled out. No way they're going to give this kill over to Violet. Look at Halo as well. Shutdowns are good. That's a TP from Strawberry. They had to send everything.
Yep, and they are back in the game off that, though. They are shutdowns eaten. Look at the gold difference now. It's clawing closer. It really is. And the potential to be back in this game is looking good for Rush Hour because... as we've clawed back, we're scaling at the same time.
Still
Smolder's
scaling.
getting stacks. Smolder's getting gold. So is Cho'Gath. Splinters on Syndra. Stacks on Sona. Things are coming together slowly but surely.
Towers to Team Capybara.
Yeah.
But no, we're at 125 stacks for Smolder now. That's where it starts to get interesting.
Yeah.
Stacks go a lot faster. We'll have to see if we can get there a little bit. The timing's not great. Obviously, that real nasty early game, the level 1, wasn't great. Sort of definitely denied it a little bit, but still. We've got to wait. Probably about 23, 24 minutes, we're going to see 225.
Yeah. Once that 125 comes in, you get the added range, the burst of bolts behind Smolder with that Super Scorcher breath. And that does allow for easier collection. And he will be a bit of a threat in these team fights. While that damage doesn't contain that burn, it is still good damage, especially with that Essence Reaver. So there are chances. I mean, if a couple missteps from Capybara there to allow for these shutdowns to be collected, and if they make a couple more missteps, it certainly will twist this game a little bit more. I'm looking for more Ash Arrows, though. I really am. We saw those 2, the 1 hit, 1 miss. Will we get a third one coming up? I hope so.
50% hits. It's not bad.
I want that to be more. I promised more.
You hyped me up.
I know, and I promised that hype will be delivered because Ash getting that IE second will be a threat in these team fights now as well.
Asher, solid about 1.5k gold. Not even that, 1.3 is pretty good, but topside as well is looking quite scarce. The rest of the map looking fairly even. It's really on how this game is going to scale out of the way. I'm still worried. Like, yes, you have a Smolder, you have a Cho'Gath, but there's also a Rise you have to get through. There's also a very big Crocodile you have to get through.
Yeah, they do have the tools to get through them, though. Look at Syndra's build, going that Black Fire, going that ability haste build.
Could be caught out. They do miss one. Stun is not there. Great does set the crescendo. Beautiful encore is going to hit. They get the knock up as well. Cho'Gath's trying to join this fight. Derma needs to walk away. Great slows. There goes Mum. It's going to hit 3, but look at this dominance. Look at the Crocodile. He's mincing them in the backline. Great shutdown onto the Trundle. The scout of the week is even better. Wonka needs to hold on. Derma, you should not be going back in there. This Croc is hungry. He's death rolling you in this jungle. Wonka as well. There's the Realm Warp. Complex is now walking away. It was actually huge play coming out of the Rise, locking down this team.
Yeah, and I mean, it looked like maybe they could turn this fight for a second. Derma survived for a very long amount of time there, that Sundered Sky coming into play. But the moment that Crocodile dived in, and we can't ignore what the Seraphine is doing here. First, the double stun on both of these members, but watch her secondary E catch them both out again. And Cho'Gath attempting to collect something, but not putting out any damage and not really tanky, especially into this Ash. Look how much damage Ash is putting out, cleaning up the Sona and then applying the zoning to that Syndra. The flash forward from Cho'Gath isn't enough to catch Clown, and this fight just goes disastrously.
Why was Ash allowed to stand in the middle of the pit? And it looks like Team Capybara already secured Atakan.
Yeah, I mean, this is so rough for Rush Hour. Atakan on top of the slows that they already have on their team, including the XP lead.
Dragons up.
Okay.
They've got 4 members, 5 members. They want to see if they can secure it fast enough. Here comes the Super Asian Crystal.
What's that
Arrow?
arrow?
It does hit. That's a Soda. Scatter of the Week's good. Mum's even better. Redemption's gone down. Dragon's gone. It's taken. It's a Cho'Gath chomping down and trying to turn this tide. Look at Willy Wonka in the back line. Capybara Man is just getting this done, and it's all on this Cho'Gath. Clown locks it down. They secure the dragon, but they lose 2.
And I actually think that might be worth it. I think that might be worth it for Rush Hour. Picking up that dragon delays this game even more. The fact that the key members get out, that Cho'Gath is a little bit expendable. Oh no, the super pillar.
He had Flash. I don't know.
He could have looked there, certainly. I mean, does Smolder have Flash available there? He does, yeah. So could have traded Flash. Ooh, and
no Flash
there's
now.
that Flash, yeah. It's like he did. It's like they traded anyway. In terms of that team fight, I really do consider that worth. Allowing for extra scaling time is what this team needs. Willy Wonka was tanky, not doing enough damage to clean up this Sona, who has also come online now. That 2 items probably doesn't have the complete 120 stacks complete, but is performing a lot of peel. And that's what you need, because look, the Shojin's online. What's that stack level? 200.
200.
Exactly on
It's
the
exactly
dot.
200. We're
25
so
to go.
close.
Clock is ticking.
On. 23 minutes. I think I may have called it. I said 24 is when he would get it, and I think we're going to see it exactly then. Wonka now looking at Complex. Scatter of the Week is good. Just
Not stunning.
looking to see if they can get anything back as Complex walking back around. There is Derma. Be very careful.
That the Flame Drake providing those little I don't exactly know what they're called.
Cinders.
Little cinders, yes.
There's a lot of damage. See ya.
Say goodnight, Smolder. That is not ideal, getting those stacks.
Now look at this, the flash encore onto 2. It's a beautiful play, the redemption's coming down, and that's a Cho'Gath, that's your front line, getting obliterated once again. They're tower diving. This is Capybara wanting this game. That's a beautiful little Cristiano, but it's not going to get it done. Wonka is able to hold out, and they're looking at mid in here.
They can't take this game.
Do they end
Pike?
it?
They can't take this game, Pike. They're looking for it, Pike.
No, they can't.
They can't. There's no way.
No,
this is
no.
greedy, surely. I mean, that's a full stack Syndra. She's ready to defend this. Oh, no, he's taking back, Pike.
This is the play. They want to end it. There's the flash. There's the rune. It's going to be enough. There's the pill. Look at Drake. They're just gone.
No.
This is Team Capybara. They want to end it. Mama's called, but she cannot help you now. It is no time to be picked up from daycare. It is too much. Wonka, he's in the back line. He's at their nexus. He wants to win. He wants to take the TOR championship title. Game 3. It was a clean sweep.
He's taken the game. It was the cleanest sweep in all of OS. It's over.
It's done.
The Oceanic Resurrection Tournament is decided in the way of Team Capybara in the most clinical, most surgical, cleanest games of all time.
How did they do it? They would kill one and they're like, yeah, now let's just walk down mid. It's fine.
Like, I don't even think Baron was ready yet. I don't even know if Baron... That's another game where Baron hasn't spawned. Who is this team? Who is this team?
Look.
All of us knows their name now.
They do.
Team Capybara.
I'm going to the spas. I need to go see those capybaras for myself because they were clean as they scrub-a-dub-dubbed and they washed up the competition.
I mean, I was like, okay, yeah, we'll get a game 5. It'll be a long night. I brought a couple drinks, keep up the energy. We're out of here. I mean, these games are over already. The trophy going over to Team Capybara, Team Halo.
Congratulations. Like, that is massive. That is the series. Honestly, we don't want to see it, but it was so worth the ride. They took us from all the highs, all the lows, and we got to the end with just everything we wanted to see. An absolute shellacking.
I mean, it was frankly absurd. It was frankly absurd how well Team Capybara played. I have no disrespect, no ill words for Rush Hour.
No.
Because they played beautifully as well.
Yes.
But Team Capybara were just so on form. I mean, Clown, I want to talk about the players in a second.
We will.
In fact, let me just keep talking about the team here. They played so unbelievably well. And I mean, the communication, the teamwork, the confidence.
Yes.
Everything worked. Well, it's like a clock, one of those old ancient time watches. Every cog twisting perfectly in place to end the time for Rush Hour. But let's talk players. Pike, MVP. How did you think of each individual player's experience and works through these games?
Oh, look, I don't know. Look, you got to give a lot of props to Wonka. He was definitely like the forefront of keeping this team in line, really pushing them through, giving them the leads, or at least the sort of the safety that they can come back. Like, you got to look at Clown's first game where they really struggled. It was a mental game for Clown there, but they came back so strong. So I actually think Clown, as the series progressed, became my MVP.
Really?
It is incredibly hard after getting defeated that hard in the bot lane. A diff really quite big. We called it a canyon. To come back in 2 games after that and still clutch the win.
Yeah.
Very, very rare. And to have that sort of mental, the capacity to do that, especially against a player like Violet, who showed exceptional gameplay the whole time in these games. Honestly, exceptional.
Yeah.
Exceptional.
I think that is a really good call. I think Cloud plays so well. I mean, after that first blood, under that first tower, I mean, you have to be like, what am I versing right now? Violet is just the GOAT. I am so screwed. But no, he steeled his resolve, and that Kai'Sa in game 2 was to die for. I mean, Rush Hour died for, genuinely.
100%.
The killer instincts combined with the Super Asian Cyclones, and then the Ashe. I mean, we did land some really important arrows, and that team fight up in that top jungle, just sitting right where the red buff was.
Yes.
Putting out so much damage, not afraid of anything.
No.
That is a good mental player.
Fearless.
Absolutely.
That is what you want.
Just like the draft. For me, though, the picks are so varied. In terms of who gets MVP, I won't be giving it to Clown. I really won't.
Fair enough.
I think
That's mine.
No, that's yours. That's completely yours. Let's look at the other players. Halo on his Azir. I mean, it was beautiful. On his Rise, it was beautiful. But I think we need to talk about zoning, vision, and control over objectives with the Super Asian. If you can't tell, I have a bit of a favorite. Not to ignore Muchi, though. I mean, Muchi put so much effort in, so much vision. They had so much just vision over the whole map at all times, practically. We weren't really paying too much attention to how much the jungles. They didn't really have to worry about tracking Derma too much because they always knew where he was. They didn't have to sort of predict, oh, maybe he's on this dragon, maybe he's sneaking. There weren't any sneaks. Every single objective was on vision and everything was traded equally. Yeah. And that right there is communication between your support and your jungler. So my mix-up, besides Halo, because of course we do know how well Halo performed. We know what he was doing in these team fights, and he's the overall MVP in terms of being team captain. But I'm mixing up between Muchi and the Super Asian, and it's going to go over for me to the Super Asian.
I was going to say, out of the 2, it's the Super Asian, hands down. They were so on point. Every pick they had, even the Trundle in the last one, Pillars were out of their mind. The Wukong, the Magic Monkey Man was absolutely crushing it. Right place, right time, Cyclones everywhere. It's like I was watching a Janna play, just throwing them out all left, right, and center. I would actually agree. I think the Super Asian was the glue that held this team together. Every fight they were there, every objective, every single time a key moment was done, we saw the Super Asian in it.
Yeah, and in terms of the earlier games, one of his big downfalls were these full clears and not having impact on the map. But you can see how much he learned over the course. Yes. He was in every lane, he was in every gank, and yes, he was silent. You really weren't like, oh my god, look at the Cyclone. Instead, you were like, look at the Kai'Sa engages, because that's what the power of his glue. Yes. That's what he was, bringing together the team, engaging when he needed to engage. I mean, we really were never like, wow, what a Trundle pillar. But there were about 10 kills I could solely equate to that Trundle pillar alone.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Crazy.
We have just been told that we are spoiled, Pike. Oh my God. We might have a bit of an interview with one of the players.
Who is it? Who do we have?
The man himself, Halo. How are you feeling, the winner of the Oceanic Resurrection Tournament?
I feel great. It's the inaugural split, and Team Capybara has taken it. That's great.
In such a dominant form. I mean, a 3-0 sweep. You were confident when we interviewed you the other night. Is this just proof of your confidence? Were there any times in those games you felt a little bit, it's getting rough?
I didn't have the best performance in game 2, but overall, no, I think we were really confident. I think our draft was very solid. We banned a lot of their key picks, and that was pretty evident. Game 3 was a very strange draft from them. I guess they were sort of putting all eggs in the smaller basket, and yeah, glad that we cleared.
Yeah, and it was really, I mean, it was such a good performance. I want to ask, though, in terms of your team, MVP, who would you personally give not just the MVP of these games, but the MVP of the entire tournament, your performance throughout the Oceanic Resurrection tournament?
Yeah, I think the Super Asian has to take that. I think everyone on our team has had rough games, but he's the Super MVP. I think he has a very good clutch factor when the game needs to be won, like Baron Stills. When he's really fed, when playing Wukong and these fights are down to like the inches, he's a true Capybara. I'd give him.
He really is. And I mean, we have to recognize that you guys even in the finals is because of that Baron steal from the other night. If the Super Asian never stole that Baron, we wouldn't even be looking at your beautiful face right now, Halo. What do you think, Pike? Any questions for the winner?
I got to ask, how, like, after that first game, right, it was looking really good, and I agree, your drafts were spectacular. You were looking strong, looking fierce. That first game, how was Clown feeling after that sort of, I would say, a little bit of a fiasco down the bot side? Was there a bit of tension?
Not really. I think Violet is just a really good player. Definitely, he's their strongest player by far. So we expected Violet to be the guy that, like, sort of, I guess that's sort of the biggest discrepancy, a very experienced pro player. And Clown understands his role, I guess, very well, trying to neutralize Violet, trying to get through lane. So no, I don't think so. I mean, it helps that we won the game, and it helps that Willie and I put on a really good performance in that one and carried us over the line. So yeah, all good vibes.
I love that. That's what you want to hear, right? It's like there was no disheartening. It was just like, guys, we just got to hold on. Like, just hold that line. In saying that, did you guys go into this series with a game plan to look more at bot, like sort of focus them a little bit more, try and take Violet out of the game a little bit more? You put a lot of eggs in that basket too, trying to negate a little bit of a lead, but like you said, he's a good player. Was this always a plan?
Actually, oddly enough, Derma was probably the main focus. Like okay, we banned Lulu. We know that that's their favorite enchanter. That's sort of obvious. Lee Sin, we were not going to make the mistake of the other teams by letting him have Lee Sin. And then we sort of noticed that, like, if you ban Lee Sin Malphite, it takes a lot of his jungle pool away, and then he has to sort of play a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. So it was sort of a mixture. We wanted strong bot matchups. We didn't get that in game one. Like, Trist Rakan is very weak, especially against Xayah Soraka. Yeah. I think some of the blame's on me for that. I was sort of the spearhead in draft in all the games, so I can put some blame there. But generally, yeah, strong bot lane and a good jungle matchup was sort of the key.
I love that. The jungle is always something, like you said, Derma being this big one. Any final question from you, Halo?
Well, I do just want to ask, as a little bit, were you a bit shocked that you were given your comfort picks? I mean, you got that Azir, we got the Wukong, we got the Irelia. Was that a bit of it? Did you expect to get that when you were going into drafts?
Game 1 was really confusing to me. Like, they banned Sion, but they banned Jace but picked Sion, which, I mean, Jace is pretty bad into Sion generally. And then they gave us Gwen Azir, which are like tank shredders, and they played Sion Vi. Like, I just don't see how that's playable at all. I'm not sure how much they cared about draft or anything, but I was pretty surprised they gave me Azir. I haven't lost a game on this champ, so yeah, I was pretty surprised. Also, before I go, I just want to say I have a Capybara here, the Team Capybara. So.
The logo of Team Capybara.
The mascot.
Put a crown on that. Put this trophy, which will be mailed to you, Halo. The proud owner of the Oceanic Resurrection, and all of OS does know your name. Thank you so much, and congratulations on such a confident win. Yes.
If I could just say one last thing, you guys have been really cool. This tournament's really, really amazing. Production value is very high. It's like we have LCO, and you guys are doing it for free. So I really appreciate the effort you guys have put in, and I'm definitely looking to play into the next one.
Yes, and we will be speaking about that soon, but thank you so much, Halo. It has been an absolute pleasure, and I wish you I hope you have a very good night. A couple drinks on me, the winners of TOR.
Thank you, guys.
Man, to hear from him,
that's
phenomenal.
A huge compliment. I mean, to hear it from the team captain of the winners. I mean, also, it's just crazy that we come to the end of all of this. And it's crazy that those are the 3 games to end. I mean, absurd, truly.
Look, I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of my energy drink. I'm still wired. Like, I was ready for Game 5, and I was like, yeah, I'm here till midnight, but they closed it out. Team Capybara proved beyond a doubt that they are the best team.
Yeah, and they will be taking home the prize pool of first place, as well as, of course, the big shout out to Logitech, the official sponsors of TOR, giving those mice. And of course, whoever had the pick'ems, the highest pick'em score, getting that keyboard. But that does lead us to come to a bit of a close. We find ourselves at the end, and I want to give a massive thank you to everyone that made this tournament possible. Firstly, to the players, thank you for showing up, competing, grinding, and giving everything you had. Throughout this tournament, you showed on a massive scale just how competitive Oceania is, and with your level of passion and sportsmanship unparalleled to any other region. To the sponsors and supporters, the amount of generosity shown was frankly out of this world. The amount of hunger this region has is truly breathtaking, and it was visible in every dollar generously donated. Your support meant the world to me and showed the world that OS is willing to fight for its resurrection. To the observers, Pyro Zero, Nicoya, and you, Sammy, Team Kaga, Fly High, I'd like to thank you all for keeping track of each and every one of those hectic team fights, ensuring that the action was visible for OS to see. For keeping us casters, of course, up to date with constant gold checks and overall amazing vision throughout these games. To the casters, Pike, Mercury, Viella, Dodd, Vestion, thank you for joining in on this tournament and bringing so much personality and engagement, so much hype, and so much passion to these games. Every play-by-play, every analytical breakdown brought such a high level of understanding and knowledge, which goes fully appreciated by every one of us. To my fellow casters, Viella and Vestion, whose background support, advice, and unwavering passion for this tournament allowed it to be on the scale it became, and for that, I will be eternally grateful. Speaking of Viella, who single-handedly organized our official sponsor, Logitech G, who I am so grateful for adding these prizes and so much more to this tournament. To Paul, the head of the UQ studio, for allowing us to use this studio for the finale. It's been such a fun and easy, streamlined experience, and elevated it for this finale tonight. I'd like to give a big shout out to the main music producer for TOR, the Vinx, who created the main theme, a player on Team Kaga, Fly High. You may have heard, listened to, and has graced your ears throughout this tournament. It's just amazing that we can have people from Oceania band together to make this such a unique and original tournament, and for that, I'm forever grateful. Big special shout out to our wonderful resident artist, one of the most skilled designers in OS, Carveen Vark, who not only generously donated to the prize pool, but single-handedly created every piece of artwork, the logos, and every single one of the team logos for each of the competitive teams. We're so grateful for your artistic passion and skill, and I beseech all of you watching to follow her Twitch at twitch.tv/Carveen Vark. Thank you so much, Carv. And a massive thank you to the head producer, Metaphase. To describe what Meta has done, this tournament would take an encyclopedia. The one-man band, as I've come to know him, is running this show completely. His professionalism and his skill, his overall experience is unparalleled in this industry, and I personally have learned so much, and I'm so grateful for the work that has been put into this show. Your on-the-spot fixes, quick thinking, and all these scenarios still leaves me stunned as to how much you've made this such a smooth viewing experience for all involved. And so from all of us, thank you so much, Meta. And finally, my last thank you for the night, but without a doubt, the most important, to the main organizers and admins, the two that practically built this tournament from the ground up, Resty and Willow. To actually list off every single one of these things these guys have done for myself and OS would be here all night, possibly two. I'd break down into tears. But I want to begin by just pointing out their passion, their ambition, and their drive. From handling the players, to public relations, to organizing the scheduling, problem solving, creating, editing, working on the actual nights, drafting, communicating, simply existing. Because without their existence, none of this, and I mean truly none of this, would be possible. I can never actually describe in any amount of words how grateful I am, but if you looked into my mind, it would be truly incomprehensible how much I think of them, how high I think of them, and how much they've given. Your passions, how they soar, is truly a blessing, and how amazing you truly are. From the bottom of my heart, and I know that from the bottom of every player's heart who was involved in this, we want you to understand how amazingly grateful we are to the both of you. So thank you so much, Resty and Willow. Thank you, Council. And that's it. The final goodbye I have is for you viewers. Watching, I thank you so much for sticking along, getting those votes in. I do leave on a high note though, as I would like to announce here and now that Oceanic Resurrection Tournament will return in 2026. The Oceanic Resurrection Tournament will be moving out of my community Discord and into its own Discord server going forward. We will post the new invite to this Discord server in my community server. So if you're interested in signing up for TOR 2026, please make sure you go in and join. We have had an amazing response from the community and it's of great feedback. And we will be working hard to make TOR 2026 bigger and much better overall. We've got some insanely insane prizes in the works, nothing that OS has ever seen before, so you're not going to want to miss out. We love OS and we will keep fighting for it at every turn. But that's all from us, and I wish everyone the best into the new year. Do you have any final words, Pike, as I have to say goodbye to such an amazing cast? I thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you, mate. Thank you for just having all of this. There's always one thing I like to end a cast on. Let's thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next adventure.
We will. Have a great Christmas, everyone. Good night.